season coming up. We are excited to have you. We are happy to have you here. Thanks for listening to 1430 ESPN Fresno. Behind the Bench going from 3 to 6 p.m. today. Full show on the docket. We'll get to that agenda momentarily, what we got for you here. But first, we go to some of our sponsors. The Lee's Air Highline 559-320-1430 is the way to reach us. The Lee's Air Hotline, like I said, the way to reach us here on 1430 ESPN. Lee's Air, also our weather sponsor for the day today. We're up to 98 degrees, could touch 100 by the 5 o'clock hour and be, right there for it in the Central Valley here. We'll look to maybe touch 105 by the weekend and just be in the hundreds for a while here in the Central Valley. So nothing too out of the ordinary here for our summer months here in Central Valley. The dog days of August, as we like to call them. August is usually the warmest month out of the calendar. So nothing to be surprised about here with the 100-degree temperatures. But anyways, I digress. We are here in the 3 o'clock hour. Big thanks to Clovis Truck Center for joining us, or for being our sponsor for the 3 o'clock hour. Clovis Truck Center. They're formerly known as Linux of Clovis. They're the first, the biggest, and still the best in the Central Valley. And now they are bigger than the bedliner. Clovis Truck Center, just found south of the rodeo grounds in Old Town Clovis. That is where you can find them. Clovis Truck Center here in Old Town Clovis. Go visit my friends there today. Tell them Phil Benotti sent you. We got a lot on the docket, as I said before, getting ready for our today's show. It's been a while since we have talked sports here, at least in the grand scheme of things. Got a good show for you today. Got a lot to discuss as far as things we've missed over the last few days and some hot topics to get to as far as that's concerned. We'll talk a lot of Fresno State here in this first hour. We're going to do our Fresno State opponent preview, which we usually have been doing on the Wednesdays. We're going to do that here with Boise State. Talk about extensively what the Boise State Broncos will be and what Fresno State will face with the challenge of Boise State. We'll touch on some other Fresno State topics. Who's going to Shakira tomorrow? I want to know that because I think that's going to be a fascinating conversation to talk about. I'm going to bring that up in a little bit here in a couple minutes, talking about that. Talk about some Fresno State notes. I was at Fresno State football practice yesterday, and from what I saw, there's some things I like, and there's some things I still have questions about. So I'm curious what that'll look like. We'll go into some NFL conversation, some big media stuff moving around with ESPN and NFL making some announcements yesterday. We'll discuss that. 50 States and 50 Days Trivia will be on the docket as well. We'll also have a guest here later today, Devin Hodges, who is the creator and runner of God YFL. They're going to have a camp coming up this Sunday live at Bulldog Stadium. They're going to be at Bulldog Stadium on Sunday, so a follow-up act to Shakira. Their football camp is going to be then, and we'll give you all the details. That interview going to be at 5:15 today, 5:15. So stay tuned for that. We'll have my 5 at 5, and we'll just go into what we've missed over the last few days here on the show. So good to be here. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. We're also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch if you want to follow us along. Of course, on YouTube, you can follow the video portion of the show. Hello to the folks who are watching. And be sure to like, subscribe, set those alerts, and be ready for when we go live on YouTube for our show. We are looking forward to being back on the platform there. All right. So that's our preamble. That's our beginning of the show here. And, it's not Monday. I know. We usually have the Monday show reserved for How Was Your Weekend? And, it's the first time we're back since Friday, so we got a lot of catching up to do. Some people to talk to who we haven't talked to in a bit here on the show. And so in the producer's side, we have Tanvir and we have Jorge, who is here today. Both going to be behind the glass for the 3 hours here today. So Tanvir's in the producer chair. We got Jorge in the video production side today. So good to have everyone in. And I'm trying to remember. It's only been a few shows we've had this combination here in studio. Usually this
Not
is
that many,
this is usually the reserved for the fashion furniture combo that I think we usually get on the Thursdays. But guys, how was your extended weekend, or how was your time away from the show? the last 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stuff done, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I was just kind of waiting to get back into the form of things and get back on the show.
Jorge, how about you? How are you?
I was good. I did some yard work over the weekend because it wasn't as hot as the other days.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a good time to finish the project I started 3 months ago.
Oh yeah.
But watch some soccer, watch some baseball, getting ready for some football.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
It's all happening.
It's all happening.
What soccer's going on right now? I'm just curious.
It's that weird tournament that MLS and the Mexican League started.
Yeah,
so
it's called Leagues Cup.
Leagues
the
Cup.
Leagues Cup.
Isn't there? Okay, I'm confused because I think wasn't there just a thing, the Club Cup or
Oh yeah, Club World Cup.
it's all money.
That's over.
It's all.
Yeah.
It feels like it's all money grab tournaments. Honestly, is that what kind of it is, or am I just being cynical about it?
It's all money grab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's all for money. They don't do it for the sport anymore. No.
I am riding high after my time off. I'm feeling fantastic, and it's only based off of one sport, one team that has just allowed me to just live my fullest life and feel very free and wonderful these last few weeks. And I know you can't say the same about the team you root for, Jorge, the one that plays by the bay. But I'll tell you what, I have enjoyed watching my Red Sox play over the last week or so. They have just been absolutely on fire. They swept the Astros over the weekend. Go figure. They didn't even have to pitch Crochet in that whole series. They're trying to sweep the Royals today. And in that exact time, the New York Yankees have lost in some crazy fashions over the last 5 days. And all I've consumed in my media coverage is Yankee podcasts, just simply dancing on the graves of the Yankees fandom. And I know it'll come back to bite me because sports is funny that way. But I am such in a great place right now mentally with sports right now. And I don't know if anybody else goes and seeks out your rival teams and want to just listen to the people be sad about it. But, man, Yankee tears are delicious, and I love eating them.
That Marlins game was insane.
The Friday Marlins game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just all three of their transactions giving up the lead, including Camilo Doval, famed Giants. Great pitch. Are you sure you wanted to keep him on the Giants after we saw what we've seen so far with him on the Yankees? Camilo Doval, give it up.
Yeah, I like the guy.
I
thought he was good, but he's somewhere else now. So
yeah, that Friday game with the Marlins, and then the Marlins. I don't know. We're not a Yankees pod. Nobody cares. Jazz just trying to explain away the fact that he just got thrown out at first for leading off too much from a pop fly on Sunday or Saturday. Sunday was nothing. Yankees lose on Monday because Devin Williams gives up a homer, and then last night, of course, Devin Williams gives up the go-ahead runs as well. Back-to-back days, and the Yankees are losing it because Devin Williams is the guy who changed their facial hair policy, and now he has a 5.5 ERA. The guy who changed the 50-year-long facial hair policy for the Yankees is the guy who is getting absolutely shelled on the baseball, on the pitching mound. The Yankees did win today. I have to say that. So okay, the Yankees are finally back in the win column, and Aaron Judge is finally healthy. So I don't know. Maybe there's some correlation though. I don't believe Judge got a hit yet since he's been back from the elbow injury. So, but anyways, sorry, I've been consuming a lot of Yankees media coverage.
The hate run deep.
It's great. It's just great. And the Red Sox won 7 in a row, and they just signed their superstar to 8 years, $130 million extension. I texted my dad. I'm like, I'm requesting a Roman Anthony Green Monster City Connect jersey for Christmas. Yes, I requested a Christmas present. I am 32 years old. I get it. I don't care. I just texted my parents that's what I want for Christmas. Know what you want, folks, for Christmas. It's not you're never too old to ask what your parents want for Christmas. Is that crazy? Crazy talk?
I always ask for Christmas presents. I never get them, but I always ask.
Yeah. Tanvir,
you never get them.
No, I mean I haven't got anything since I was like.
Is it fair or foul?
Like
are you allowed to ask your parents for Christmas presents as an adult?
Oh, you're allowed, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not get them, but you for sure are allowed.
Yeah. Tanvir, what about you?
Yeah, I guess you are allowed. What's the hurt in that? I guess.
I don't know. Some people judge it like that. Like, come on, you're an adult. You can buy your own Christmas stuff.
On face value, I did judge it. I will say.
You're judging me right now?
If you saw my face,
I did see it,
judging
and that's why I felt the judgment. I saw the judgment, I felt the judgment, and then I wanted to get the temperature of the room because let's be honest, I just thought I'd ask my father. I'm like, hey, and he loves the green monster jersey. Maybe we get dueling ones. Maybe I get him one. I get one that says Ted Williams on the back. I don't know. Can I? That's a custom.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll extend the pleasantries both ways. Anyways, Christmas is a long ways away. But I'm feeling great. That's the whole point. I'm feeling great. And I'm feeling great about everything going into this. And I'm feeling great about I went and saw Fresno State yesterday. I feel great about Fresno State because of some of the physical specimens I saw in the offensive side and the defensive side. I'm feeling great about everything, and including, what I hope is going to be a success tomorrow. And I'll go to this as our lead story for today, which I really am rooting for the Shakira thing to work out. And I believe everybody in Fresno is rooting for the Shakira thing to work out. I know the concert's tomorrow. I do wonder what the measurement of success of this does look like and what that entails for who, first of all, Shakira's crew, the Live Nation crew, and what the success looks like for Fresno State and what that looks like. I saw a report somewhere, 81%, I think, tickets sold so far. It's not capacity, but there's still plenty of tickets left. I do believe Fresno is, and I've talked to this with some of the people here at the station, Fresno is kind of a late coming crew. It is people who just find out something's happening the day or tomorrow, and then they're like, oh, I need tickets. I got to go get tickets for that. So we'll see what that looks like today, tomorrow, waiting for the prices to be as low as it possibly can on the resale and whatever. But I find it interesting that some people still push back on this idea of a concert being at Bulldog Stadium tomorrow. I'm wondering why people come from a place like this. I've seen a lot of chatter on Twitter that this is going to be a failure. This is something that Fresno State shouldn't dabble into. Nobody wants to do this. Nobody wants to be here for this. I understand, obviously, tomorrow night's going to be a little warmer. We're trying to start it a little later, I would imagine, because of that warm temperature situation. But regardless, it looks like it should be a lot of fun. But I'm curious why there is such pushback from a group of people out there that feel like this isn't going to be something that is, the juice is not worth the squeeze per se of a Shakira concert here at Bulldog Stadium. But I say this in the sense that I feel like people miss the point on why, even if you're not going to go to the concert, and why you should buy tickets, in my opinion, through this thing, is because this feels like a very much trial run at what you could possibly bring to Bulldog Stadium. You show the numbers of what success looks like in terms of ticket sales to this thing, and guess what? Doors open for Garrett Classy and everybody at Bulldogs at the athletic department. You can bring in country artists in the sense, and you can bring in other kind of genres and people who encompass other interests of everything. Just because it's Shakira and you don't have interest in Shakira doesn't mean, and you have an interest in Fresno State football, doesn't mean that this isn't relevant to you. This is completely relevant to the Bulldog fandom, because whether you want a renovated stadium, a new stadium, anything like this is something that directly puts money into the pocket that allows you to see this come to fruition in terms of revenue for that. So this is such a massive thing, and I can't wait to see what it looks like, and I really hope things come positively out of this. I know Garrett Classy right at this very moment is holding a press conference talking about it right now, and I wonder what the tenor of that is, and I'm sure I'll see some tweets here on the Twitterverse here momentarily. But I think this is absolutely one of the biggest events for Fresno State athletics in terms of what it can look like moving forward in the future. I think people who downplay it and say it's not a big deal, I think are misguided and maybe misinformed on all of this. As we are just a little over 24 hours away from the Shakira concert, where do you guys stand on what you've seen so far from the internet conversation and what this could do for the Bulldogs here in Fresno State athletics?
Yeah, I think it's big because I think whenever you have a big event happen at a stadium like this, it automatically draws revenue to the sports teams and Fresno State football. And I think, as you said, as long as the event itself is successful, I think you're going to see more events like this. I think those are the two key factors I'm kind of looking for. How much interest can this create to the point where bigger artists or as big artists as Shakira can come back, and what is going to be the effect on revenue for Fresno State in itself? So I think both of those things will be a positive coming out of this. And in terms of negativity, I think you're always going to have some sort of negativity regardless of the event, and there will always be a point to nitpick. There will be point to nitpick in this scenario as well, as you have stated from some of the students. But I think it'll be a positive event, and I really do hope it comes out as a positive event for Fresno State.
I mean, what more can they be doing here from the standpoint? I'm seeing effort from our athletic department that I haven't seen in quite some time in terms of trying to find creative ways to make things happen at Bulldog Stadium. They're looking at avenues of you hosting a fantasy football draft at the suites at the Bulldog Stadium. You can rent it, and you can get Buffalo Wild Wings fed to you, and you can do your draft there, and get 10 people, 12 people in your league to do that, and it's just another avenue of finding revenue and generating revenue for a venue that, frankly, does not generate as much revenue as it should at Fresno State. 6 games out of the year, and then whatever other events are hosted there that have to host events there, but it's not big time. It's not Shakira, and that's where we need to branch out. The Valley's so protective of what the Valley is. I know this for a fact, and from the mentality of it, but the Valley has to be less afraid of what outside forces can allow Fresno State to grow in that sense. And it's just a matter of trust. And I do believe the good intentions of what this can provide can allow us to explore outside of the revenue possibilities of what this concert is. You're not getting Fresno dollars for the Shakira concert. You're getting Bay Area dollars for the Shakira concert. You're getting LA dollars for the Shakira concert. Those who missed the SoFi concert, 4 days ago when that went down. You know what I mean? So it's not just Fresno. It's outside money into Fresno. That's what matters here with the Shakira concert more than anything. It's outside dollars going to Fresno State directly. That's what matters to you. You don't get that with many other things. And that's why this concert matters. And that's why if you see this and you want to find success in it, you got to put money in this one so you can get money outside of other things as well, especially other concerts, other venues, other opportunities for what this looks like moving forward. Jorge, do you got any thoughts on this from what we were talking about?
Yeah, no, I was an initial hater of the whole thing, and then I realized it wasn't about the concert. It was more about so for the longest time, people have been trying to do something in that stadium, and they have been rejected, whether it's because of the ordinance that they used to have, or whether because the university wasn't as accessible as before as it is now. So I think now that the community always thought of the stadium as just a football stadium.
Yeah.
And when the community sees something like this that's happening at that stadium, it's a lot different. And it makes a change because otherwise I wouldn't want to put my money on a stadium that it's only going to be for football.
Yeah.
So this is going to bring another, topic of conversation where you see this is going to be a community place for the entire community, not just football fans. So, I think it's a good idea. I think that they did, especially bringing Shakira.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I know tomorrow night, if people go to this event, it may not be perfectly run. You can run it as a game day thing, and it's going to have a different feel to it, and they're going to figure it out, and they're going to learn how the procedure works. But I would imagine most part is the idea of it is here, we are doing this at the Bulldog Stadium is more important than what is executed tomorrow night in terms of actual what people enjoy about the experience or whatnot.
From everything that I heard is that I never been to a Shakira concert, but Shakira has an entertaining concert, an entertaining, couple of hours that you're gonna enjoy. So whether you're a fan of the music or you just want to go enjoy some time, I feel like it's gonna be a good time.
Cannot wait to see what that looks like. Of course, we could preview more of it tomorrow. I'm inviting people who have thoughts on this for sure. I want to talk about this all day if we need to. I know we got other topics to get to, but go ahead, Jorge.
One more thing. This is good because for the longest time, there's been talk about boxing coming to
How about
the
that?
stadium.
Yeah,
And I am down for that. I
Yeah.
am 100% down for whatever's coming up next.
throw it down there. I would love it. Like I said, it's creativity in what we have and not being afraid of what we can do with this thing, especially with it's this Shakira concert is more about what we see coming inside Fresno as opposed to what Fresno itself is providing to it. But then again, it's on you. If you're a Fresno State football fan and you want to see this program grow, you want to see this whole thing lift off in a way that you've been dying to see for the last 20, 25 years, this concert's it. This concert is it. It makes you big time. It makes you an athletic department that can continue to thrive if it is. Obviously, we are moving into the Pac-12 and eventually moving into bigger and better things. All right, we're way overdue for a break. Like I said, Lee's Air Hotline, 559-320-1430. What are your thoughts on the Shakira concert? We are a little over 24 hours away from it. I want to know what you think. Give us your thoughts coming up here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Hey, it's Phil Benotti with Behind the Bench for my friends at Clovis Truck Center. Fall is just around the corner. Time for crisp air, camping trips, and weekend getaways. Whether you're towing your RV, heading to the mountains, or prepping for winter, Clovis Truck Center is your one-stop shop to get your ride adventure ready. Don't be a last-minute guy scrambling for gear that's out of stock. Be a planner like me. Order early, prep smart, and hit the road stress-free. Some essentials like brake controllers, hitches, or suspension upgrades can take 6 to 8 weeks to arrive, so don't wait. And don't forget that Clovis Truck Center also has roof racks, tonneau covers, lift kits, window tinting, and more to keep you ready and comfortable. And if you're in a pinch, Clovis Truck Center can have you in and out as quickly as the same day with all they provide. They have all the things you need in stock, so it's right there in the shop. No waiting on a part to be shipped in. Get ahead of the game with a visit at my friends at Clovis Truck Center today on Clovis Avenue, just south of the rodeo grounds in Old Town Clovis, or online at clovistruckcenter.com. Clovis Truck Center. Get ready because fall starts here.
Calling all heroes, Marvel Superhero Night returns to Chuck Chansey Park on Friday, August 15th, presented by Art & General. Be among the first 2,500 fans to receive an exclusive comic book giveaway. Meet amazing costume character performers, capture legendary photos, and gear up with exclusive Marvel merchandise available only at the Grizzlies team store. Then, stick around post-game for a spectacular Friday night fireworks show presented by ABC 30. Tickets are flying fast. Get yours today at the Chuck Chansey Park ticket office or online at FresnoGrizzlies.com.
Life gets messy, but your space doesn't have to. We are Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services, where we clean because your time is important. From offices to schools to medical facilities, Rise and Shine handles it all with our trained staff and high-performance standards. Big jobs or small, Rise and Shine will never lock you into a contract. So let us take the stress off your plate. Contact Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services. Call 559-649-5391 or visit riseshine559.com.
As of today, the 30% federal solar tax credit is still available for homeowners looking to save energy and money, but it's scheduled to be phased out on December 31st, 2025. The time to call Donald P. Dick is now, 255-1644. Let Mr. Cool show you how to drive down the cost of home energy. The deadlines for installing solar and taking advantage of the tax credits are December 31st. Call Mr. Cool at 255-1644.
Welcome to the 65th anniversary celebration at Fashion Furniture, where you'll find the best names like with 0% financing. And with every sale, Fashion Furniture will donate to Central Valley Honor Flight. Help us celebrate 65 years and help send a veteran to Washington.
The Fashion Furniture 65th anniversary celebration. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Hey Fresno, Chris Swart out here, operating partner Jack's Car Wash Companies, located on the southwest corner of Cedar and Shepherd. Don't miss out on this winning combo.
That's right, Jack's Car Wash has a brand new Pepsi and Coke soda fountain, plus a new Keurig coffee station featuring your favorite national brands. Plus, Jack's full detailing is backed by popular demand. Schedule yours today by calling 435-7335.
Jack's Car Wash and ESPN Fresno, the double play of a great car wash and a great broadcast. Let's go Giants!
I I know how important some of this equipment for the farmers is. Without it, they can't get the job done.
That's Bob Aguirre, Service Manager at Pioneer Equipment Company.
My philosophy is get the tractor in and get it out as fast as I can. It's not supposed to be in the shop. It's supposed to be out in the field working.
Pioneer provides quality service for Kubota, Land Pride, and Nelson Equipment. Stop by and say hi at our Fresno or Reedley locations, and we'll get your equipment serviced right away.
This is a family-oriented business. It's been great working for Pioneer Equipment.
Visit PioneerEquipmentCA.com.
I love me some Scorpions. I love me some Rock to the Hurricane. Tanvir felt like it was a missed opportunity with Shakira there. Maybe next time.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey, you know what? We're learning. We're learning on the fly here. But just had to let that know. By the way, I don't know if we'll get to it on today's show, but I'm just going to preview this right now. I made Jorge so mad this morning. Madder than I think I've seen Jorge in quite some time. Because we talked about when I describe on your island takes, what I mean by on your island is like you feel like you're the only human being on the planet that has this take.
You know what we should have done is we should have put a poll up.
No, because it's just not gonna be.
Because I feel like you were the one on your island.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's restart because you're already getting mad. I can already feel it.
I'm not even upset. No.
No, yeah, you're not upset at all. Okay. On your island takes. So we may do this tomorrow as a segment because I feel like there's some good ones that we have. But takes in the NFL that you feel like you're on an island for. And so I got Jorge mad because I said Julio Jones is better than Calvin Johnson. Yeah, and. You just called it as blasphemous as it could have been, as far as that's considered.
There's no. I mean, look, listen. Julio Jones is a great player. And was a great player.
He deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of wide receivers, in my opinion.
There's only 4 people that are up
Jerry
there.
Rice.
He's not one of them.
Randy Moss.
He's not one of them.
Sure, Calvin Johnson. Julio Jones.
Julio Jones in the top 4? Come on. Let's be real.
You are losing it.
Real.
You are losing.
You're the one. See, you're talking about islands. You're the one on an island. There's
That's exactly
no way he's on the top 4.
That's the point of the bit. That's the point of the tape.
Not even. I compare Calvin Johnson, and honestly, Calvin Johnson's not top 4.
Yeah, you don't think Calvin Johnson's top 4?
I had to put my hands on my head.
Oh my!
I think he's 5th. I don't think he's top 4.
Not top 4. Oh boy, here we go. Now we're getting into the juicy stuff here.
Calvin's top 4 for me.
Who is above Calvin Johnson for you, Jorge? Give me 4
Look,
names.
I know who's number 1, and number 1 is Jerry Rice.
Okay,
right?
I agree.
And that is no. I will take no guff from no one for that.
That's fair.
So.
Defend your guy. That's fine. What do you got next?
I think Randy Moss is for sure too, right?
Yeah, Randy Moss. I think Randy Moss too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we're killing all the all the people who love the 70s and 60s and.
I feel like Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitz.
Yeah, he should be 3.
I respect Larry Fitz more than most people. I don't know if I'll put it there.
Really?
3. You're saying Larry Fitz over Calvin Johnson?
Yes.
Oh boy. Here's the stat I wanted to throw out here with between Julio and Calvin Johnson, and I know we've just totally sidetracked this segment already, but I just wanted to throw this out here. Calvin Johnson's best year in terms of percentage of catch. So when the ball is thrown to him, what is his percentage of catch? When his percentage chance of him making the catch. Calvin Johnson's best year in catch percentage, 60.8%. That was in 2011. Julio Jones has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons better than Calvin Johnson's 60.8% catch percentage in terms of catch percentage. 9.
I'm in between both of you guys. I do think Megatron is better than Julio, but I also don't think that Julio is there in terms of Mount Rushmore. I did say to you that earlier that low-key Julio is in the top 4, but I think a guy, Terrell Owens, I think probably beats him out.
That's what I said. That's what I said. And he doesn't believe it.
But I also do think Megatron deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore. So that's my 4. My 4 would be Jerry, Randy, T.O., and Megatron.
Julian Edelman. No, I'm kidding.
Wes Welker.
My whole point with Julio is I would take every piece of his physicality over anybody else in terms of I think he's faster than Calvin Johnson.
You're saying physicality over Calvin Johnson.
Yeah,
Like,
I never saw anybody get double covered pressed besides Megatron.
I've never. Okay, I showed this highlight to our coworkers today. I watched this. There's a catch for Atlanta when Julio Jones is
over Kuechly, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
when he's streaking, he's going on a crosser, and he makes the catch, and beats 4 guys while wheeling to the other sideline and goes for 70 yards for a touchdown against the Panthers. Like, nobody's doing that anywhere else in football I've ever seen than a guy who's just streaking across his size, his ability to turn the corner and beat 4 guys. 4 secondary guys who are supposed to be faster than him.
I saw Calvin Johnson jump over 3 guys to catch a ball.
He can jump,
3
but
guys.
he can't speedster like Julio did.
What are we talking about?
Julio's a track star.
Look at his 40. Look how fast he ran it.
That's great. He was 20.
I also think Julio benefited from having Matt Ryan for his entire career.
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
And Megatron had
Stafford.
Bums and Stafford.
Stafford.
Julio also had Roddy White.
Okay.
You can't. You have more options there.
Uh-huh.
There was nobody else with the Lions that had the same quality as Megatron.
Who did Jerry Rice have? I'm sure he had a great second wheel.
Can't compare Jerry
What do you
Rice.
mean I can't compare?
Jerry is
He's on a different level.
He's so far beyond.
Randy
in terms
Moss
of
had
stats.
Chris Carter, and then Randy Moss had Wes Welker. What are we doing?
He's on a different level.
And yeah, we have Randy Moss at the top 4. What are we doing here?
I don't know. If we're talking in terms of ability, I can't put Julio in front of Megatron. And if we're talking in terms of
physicality, I can't do that either.
And in terms of what they did throughout their entire career, maybe Julio has the stats on him. I don't even know about that.
And that's because he played for like 4 more seasons, 5 more seasons.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just disagree.
Megatron had 3 years where he had 100-plus yards per game. Julio had 5.
Congrats.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do I got?
You're picking stats right now. You're picking stats.
You
And
told me to pick stats.
No. You're picking through the stats and looking to see what's what.
I went full physicality on you. It was like the guy's physical skills. I don't care what the stats did. And then I start pulling the stats, and now I'm cherry picking the stats because you got mad because the stats don't lie.
The stats don't lie. Look at them all. Look at them all.
I am on Football Reference right now, and I'm staring at them. Calvin Johnson has more fumbles than Julio in his career, and he played less years.
Oh, brother!
I'll fight you. I got ammo.
We're going with that stuff. It's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. But who was a first time Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer?
Because Julio could play longer. Calvin's getting there faster because Julio played longer.
No. Who's gonna? So you're telling me that Julio's gonna be first ballot Hall of Famer?
Isn't Calvin already in?
Yeah, but he was the first ballot.
This is so odd because I'm in between both of you guys, and I don't know where to go with this.
Well, we will find out in 2028.
29?
Because Julio Jones retired in 2023 with the Philadelphia Eagles. So we will find out in 2028. They both came in the leagues at the same time, Jorge. No, they didn't. Sorry, I got that wrong.
No, yeah.
Julio came out in 2011. My bad.
Yeah, 07, and Julio, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. It's fine. I'm just saying. Anyways, I'm on an island. I wanted to go quickly on that, but we just decided to blow right through it and just make that the segment.
That was a good segment, though.
I mean, that's fine. Let's take a break. When we come back, I'll actually talk about Boise State next with 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
At FFB, we know behind every business is a person. That's why we're more than a bank. We're a partner, a farming-focused bank for hard workers, a future-forward bank for big dreamers, and a family-friendly bank for the next generation of owners. From first ideas to major milestones, we're here to help you chase your goals and score big. So what can FFB mean for your business? Find out at ffb.bank. That's ffb.bank. FFB Bank. Let's win together.
Stepping up to the plate, it's Richard's Prime Ribbon Seafood, the original, a true family-run restaurant, serving slow-roasted certified Angus prime rib, hand-cut steaks, and the freshest seafood since '69, a winning tradition. Richard's Prime Ribbon Seafood is now open for lunch Wednesday through Friday and dinner Wednesday through Saturday, so you'll never strike out on a great meal. Richard's Prime Ribbon Seafood, a Valley dining tradition, because when it comes to great food and family, they always hit it out of the park.
Are you tired of waiting forever for your prescriptions? Grizzly Pharmacy is here to tame your healthcare needs. We fill most prescriptions in 15 minutes or less, always accepting new patients, and enjoy free delivery to your home or workplace in Fresno and Clovis. We accept all major insurance, including Medi-Cal, Blue Cross, and Optum Rx. For our Fresno location, please call 559-424-0423 or visit grizzlypharmacy.com for more information.
This summer, KFC and F1 the movie are putting the pedal to the metal. Your favorite fill-ups are back, only $7. Choose from crispy chicken, tasty tenders, or our classic famous bowl, each with a drink, sides, and even sweet pie poppers. Need more fuel? Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of KFC's dark meat fried chicken or original recipe tenders for just $10. And don't forget to cool off with our new Peaches and Cream Sweet Lightning Soda. Limited time only, price and participation may vary. KFC, your summer pit stop for flavor.
Welcome to Banyan Tree, Fresno's favorite dispensary. Voted 2025's Best of Central California's People's Choice Award. Need some healing and relaxation? From flower to edibles, concentrate to vapes, we've got top shelf products at down-to-earth prices. Whether you're a seasoned smoker or just kinda curious, our knowledgeable staff will help you find your perfect match. So climb the Banyan Tree and see how high you can get today. Order ahead at banyantreefresno.com for quick and easy pickup. Banyan Tree, rooted in quality, grown in Fresno.
Mike Dermanuel Jr. of Hub International Insurance.
You've got to have a competitive benefits program to attract and retain employees. And as the cost of that continues to rise, we're becoming very innovative in how to finance those benefits for their employees.
Mike Dermanuel Jr. of Hub International. Learn more at hubinternational.com. License number 0757776.
If our clients succeed, we succeed.
No matter the time, morning, noon, or night, Black Bear Diner in Fresno has you covered. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner served all day just the way you like it. At Black Bear Diner in Fresno, you can count on them serving up hearty portions that satisfy even the hungriest appetites. Plus, the little Cubs can enjoy their brand new Cubs Corner too. So gather your family and friends, bring your appetite, and make it a meal to remember at Black Bear Diner in Fresno, corner of Sean Martin. Black Bear Diner.
Record-breaking global superstar Shakira, live in Fresno. Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran World Tour, Valley Children's Stadium, August 7th. The phenomenal new album Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran is available everywhere. Get tickets now at Shakira.com.
All right, welcome back to Behind the Bench here on 1430. Fresno Valley's local sports leader. The argument permeates through this break about the Julio and Calvin Johnson thing. So we'll end it on this. We all agree they are great wide receivers. I'm not trying to discount Calvin Johnson in any form or fashion. I do believe he is a great player, and I think we all can agree that. I think it's just more we get fired up. I think we get more fired about this than Jordan versus LeBron takes. I feel like this is this is just peak. We can't wait for football game coverage content as far as that's concerned. So, anyways, you said you had one more thing, Tanvir. I don't know if you said you have one more thing to add on it.
No.
So you're okay.
I think you know what? I think it's because they're similar players.
They really are.
They're similar players, and I think that they had their moment, and they both had they're great, and they're Hall of Famers really, both of them. I think that when you're comparing them, you start thinking who had a better career.
We were looking at it like you had to do the top or like let's do the Mount Rushmore 2010s wide receivers. Yeah, they'd be right there, automatic. No one shoe in. And then it's like a debate between if Antonio Brown is a vibe
I think
for you.
AB's in there. I think it's between D-Hop and Devontae.
Or Devontae.
Yeah.
I think Devontae for me over D. Oh, man, D-Hop's had some catches. D-Hop had some catches though.
I feel like Devontae was just more consistent.
Yeah, man,
that's tough.
That's tough. I feel like I'm missing some. Because Justin Jefferson's more
Michael Crabtree.
Dez Bryant.
Dez Bryant. Honestly, I would probably put Dez Bryant in that
category. Dez Bryant has the numbers. I mean,
Dez Bryant was good.
Yeah.
Dez Bryant was
not those five.
No. Okay. All right, we're done with this conversation. Yeah. Let's move on.
We got Boise State.
Yeah, let's talk about Boise State, right? So the Bulldogs play Boise State this year. So we're ready to hate the blue and the orange and ready to feel pain again. Although it feels like we've had their number over the last few years, at least in the postseason in terms of that. We won twice on the blue in terms of that. I know we lost when did we lose to Boise State? A couple years ago? I think it was 22. I want to say it was 2022 when we didn't have Hainer, and then Hainer came back from injury and came back and won the Mountain West Championship over them. I specifically remember being out at, socially functioning out in the public. I was at a bar with my coworkers in North Dakota, and I remember
2022.
It was a rough game. I think it was 40-20. I want to say was the final, and I just remember reaching closing time by the time that game was over.
Was that the game where everybody had First State winning it?
Did they?
And then all of a sudden,
no, we had our backup. I thought it was like the last game before Hainer came in, and Hainer came back from injury. Because remember, Hainer twisted his knee.
21?
Hainer got his ankle twisted, or something happened in the USC game, right in 22.
Yeah,
he was out for 4 weeks. We lost all 4 games, including one game at UConn, I believe. And then we came back and we lost to Boise, and then we came back and beat them in the Mountain West Championship.
Yeah,
Remigio with the punt return, all that fun stuff.
I remember that.
So in terms of late Boise State games, we own the Boise State Broncos in terms of that. When it matters, we've owned the Broncos. Can it matter this season when we face the Broncos? Boise State coming off of that obvious campaign. Everybody knows about the story. They went to the college football playoff. They were the Group of 5 representative. Could certainly be the Group of 5 representative this year. Boise State has a lot returning. The only big omission, I would say, is, of course, losing Ashton Genty and what their run game can look like as far as that's concerned. They do have a guy who looks to take over that reign in Sayer Gaines. Also, a guy we know, Malik Sherrod, is there as well, and we are very familiar with what Malik Sherrod can provide in terms of when he's healthy. He can be a capable guy, not only in the backfield, but also in the special teams as well. I'm citing that Boise State win we had at Bulldog Stadium, a couple years ago when he had a kickoff end the first half. I was there. I remember it. Great game. Maybe the last great Fresno State game we've had in quite some bit time was that Boise State win a couple years ago. It's a fascinating team. They were voted 25 in the preseason poll by the coaches. I wonder if that's more of a respect or what they're actually bringing back in. They returned their quarterback from a year ago, I believe, as well. So not a whole lot changing for this Boise State crew, but other than just what the running back position will look like without Ashton Genty. Is that your biggest question mark going in for you guys, looking at Boise State?
Yeah, I think replacement of a guy like Ashton is not going to be 100% possible, but I do like who they have. And Malik Sherrod, I think, is a great running back, and I think he can fill that role. But I think you're going to probably see more of a dual back system with Sayer Gaines, and I think he will be the lead back, and then Sherrod will be kind of that booster off the top. In the passing game, and he brings experience and shiftiness to this team, and I think that he'll play really well.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be interesting. in terms of where that will look like, especially in terms of where that game is in the post in the grand scheme of the schedule. Right? What it's late October, right? Isn't that ready? Is that near our Halloween time? The Bulldogs play Boise on the blue turf. You got to imagine it could be a national televised game if things are really going the way for both of those teams. Maddox Madsen's an interesting quarterback, right? Did we face him 2 years ago? Am I remembering that correctly? I wonder if we did. If not, he is certainly a good, I would say he's a plus quarterback in terms of college football is concerned. He's got some stuff that I think is good qualities in terms of that. I'm looking at his stats. I don't know if he did play in 2023 against the Bulldogs. He did play a little bit.
22, it was Taylor Green.
Yeah.
So I don't know I think after that.
He did start in that game against Fresno State. That's right. Okay, he did start in that game against Fresno State 2 years ago. He went 22 for 42, 258 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He also is a rusher, looking at his rushing attempts, 61 yards rushing. It was his best rushing day of the season when he was a starter a couple of years ago as well. He's got a little bit of a squirreliness to him. He's got a physicality to him. He's an interesting figure because I think Boise, he kind of reminds me, who's that quarterback they had when we were playing him in the Mountain West Championship in 2018? I'm trying to remember. Not Taylor Green, obviously. It was another guy. I'm trying to remember. He kind of gives me that vibe as far as that's concerned.
Was it Brett Rippon?
Brett Rippon? Yeah, I think he gives me a Rippon vibe, but I think he's a little more elusive and a little shorter than Rippon. Rippon's obviously was an NFL talent. He went and played in the NFL for a little bit. I don't know if he's still there. But Maddox Madsen is a concern for me from the Boise State side of things because of his ability to pass. He's a plus. He's a plus at the quarterback position as opposed to other opponents we could be facing this year. They also have legit pass rush in terms of what they're looking at, especially this Jaden Virgin Morgan. Have you read up on him, Tim Beer?
10 sacks, 15.5 TFLs. He's a great pass rusher off the edge. They still got a couple of big transfers along the entire D-line. They got Sterling Lane II from Arizona. He's going to add some versatility to that team. David Latu and Deion Washington for Hawaii. He's going to add some size for that interior. So it's going to be key for this Fresno State offensive line to kind of contain those guys, or maybe if you can't stop them, at least contain them to give this quarterback room, whoever it is, and also this running back room the opportunities to get down the field.
Boise State had 111 tackles for loss last year, which is just their opponent's 58, by the way. So Boise can protect behind the line, and Boise can get behind the line and get you into some mismanageable situations as far as offensive is concerned. And to me, the formula of what this works for Fresno State's offense is you cannot be behind the downs and distance as far as that's concerned with what it looks like, because if you're not running the ball effectively, you're not going to get yourself set up in good situations, and Boise State can ramp up the pressure in terms of that. So staying on schedule is a clear and obvious key to me in this Boise State game this year, and also finding ways to be effective in terms of your ability. I would curious to see if we throw some blitzes at this quarterback, see if he gives him different looks as far as that's concerned. He's seen some pieces of it. I mean, he faced Penn State last year, and that's as good of a defense as you can face in terms of college football is concerned. Boise State, are they the group of 5 team that we feel is going to be the one that is the front runner to contend for the playoff this year again? Jorge, what do you feel like this is the same Boise State team that made the playoff last year?
It's not the same team.
Yeah,
but it feels like everybody thinks they are. Now, they have a long road ahead, but they have the talent.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely have the talent. They're a talented team. I feel like coaching wise, they've gone through it, so I feel like it's they have everything to go ahead and do the same thing they did last year. Maybe a little bit more. Their running back was a huge star.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be probably their biggest. I don't want to say downfall, but like downgrade.
Boise had such an interesting schedule last year, right? I pointed out the Georgia Southern result. Georgia Southern was a tight one in terms of they kind of hung around. Their defense was a little susceptible at the beginning. I watched some other games that I found interesting for Boise. The Hawaii game, which I know you can kind of chalk it up to, that was at Hawaii. But it was a real grinder for them. 28-7 was the final. That's kind of more of they got away from it in the fourth quarter.
They didn't find themselves really until like the fourth, the
It was
fifth.
14-7 for a long time in that football game.
And they found themselves really like as a team probably after some guys left.
5-point win, 5-point win over UNLV. That was a tight one. We knew how good UNLV, and they still good as well. 7-point win over Nevada. We know Nevada. I don't think they got a single win in Mountain West play last year, but Nevada was a tough team, right? So Wyoming gave them 17-13. There were some times where you weren't convinced this Boise State team could actually be a legit top college football playoff team, but they get the job done, and that's the whole point of it, is that they see these scenarios and they're used to it. You know who was bad in those close game scenarios? Fresno State last year, right?
Yeah, it felt like it was the total opposite of what Boise was doing.
Yeah.
Because, Fresno State came down to, close games, and they would let the game go. Even if they had the lead, sometimes the other team would come back on them. Not Boise State. Boise State was the other way around. Boise State sometimes didn't have the lead, and they ended up winning the game. So
I think in close games, it's very important that your playmakers have good games. On the offensive side of the ball, they had Ashton Genty. On the defensive side of the ball, they lost Ahmed Hassanin, and you need to have some new guys. I think defensively, I think they will get some of these guys. I think it's going to be on Maddox Madsen even more this year to attack defenses with his legs, because he actually was pretty good last year. He had 200 rush yards, 5 rush TDs, and he was efficient in the passing game. They lost Cam Camper to the draft, and some of these transfers coming in on the offensive side of the ball, maybe it is more of a passing attack that kind of sparks this offense this year instead of the running attack that we are used to seeing.
And I do look at the Boise State schedule. I think they're going to be real tested before they face Fresno State. There's going to be some rough ones they have to go through as far as that's concerned. They've got Air Force. I don't care who you are. Playing at Air Force, it's never easy. They go to Notre Dame before Fresno State. They got UNLV in a Mountain West championship rematch, which we know that could be capable of. Nevada gave them a tough fight last year, and then they have to face us as far as that's
their
concerned.
first game of the season is going to be a tough one.
The
Florida,
South Florida, yeah,
that's going to be a tough one for them.
I didn't mention that one as well. So there's some battles, and so Boise could be banged up going into the game as well. I can't rely on that, obviously, of course, but it wears on you, and maybe Fresno State can catch them at the right time. Of course, both teams playing that game right before a bye week as well. So exciting. I have no more time to ask this question, so I'll leave it behind the break. But I'm curious our thoughts on what is going to be the look of this Fresno State team when they face them as far as that's concerned. Is it going to be more feature back? Fresno State's going to have the starters they really are going to rely on, or more of the committee look, which, by the way, is kind of what it's looking like coming out of camp. I'm curious to see who's winning starting jobs, stuff like that. So I'm going to bring that up coming up next. But we are out of time for this hour. We'll be back. Second hour coming up next on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Sports fans of the Central Valley, are you ready to step up your game day grilling? Step into the Butcher Boss and discover winning flavors the champions crave. Ask about their 5 for $35 deal, where you can feed up to 5 people for $35 every day. Located right off the 41 north of Avenue 11, stop by the Butcher Boss today and become the boss of your barbecue.
Everyday Junk Removal and Hauling was awarded the first place gold in the Fresno Bee Best of Central California People's Choice 2025. Thank you to Fresno for voting Everyday Junk Fresno's best. They'll haul away furniture, mattresses, appliances, construction debris, gone for good. Need a bigger cleanup? They offer dumpster rentals too. Everyday Junk Removal gets the job done right. Call them today and receive $20 off a half load or more. Get your free quote now at everydayjunkremoval.com.
At Citizens Business Bank, we've been taking a personal approach to banking for over 40 years and are consistently recognized as one of the top performing banks in the nation. Hi, I'm Susan Woosner, Senior Vice President and Manager of Citizens Business Bank in Fresno. We believe in the importance of building long-lasting and genuine relationships with our customers. We want to provide you with the solutions you need to grow your business, because your success is our success. Citizens Business Bank, member FDIC.
From breezy linen to performance polos, the Patrick James Summer Collection defines cool, effortless style. It's where classic West Coast spirit meets modern refinement. Discover timeless looks from brands like Faraday, Johnny O, Martin Dingman, alongside staples from Tommy Bahama, Robert Graham, and our signature Patrick James line. Made for the man who values quality, confidence, and the art of dressing well. Patrick James, California's sophistication. On Shaw, inside Fresno's Fig Garden Village.
Summer is here, and the hottest deals are at Valley Pure. For premium indoor house flower to tasty edibles, smooth vapes, must-have concentrates, and refreshing cannabis drinks, we've got everything you love at prices that keep you coming back for more. Stock up for your summer fun with unbeatable discounts across all Valley Pure locations. Whether you're looking to relax, celebrate, or spark up some good vibes in the sun, Valley Pure has the deals to keep the season rolling with easy online ordering and curbside pickup right from the app.
Are you a business owner struggling to understand how cloud technology can help your business? Are you in need of computer and technology support for your employees? M-Cubed Technologies is your solution for fully managed IT services. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. M-Cubed will be your partner in the digital world, allowing your business to carry on worry-free. We specialize in cloud hosting, Microsoft 365 management, general IT support, and VoIP phone services. Call M-Cubed Technologies today to discuss our partnerships.
It was 106 degrees. The Johnsons were sweating, and their AC, dead silent. But 2 doors down, the Millers, cool and comfortable. Why? They called Lee's Air for a $99 AC maintenance before summer started. We catch problems before they catch you. Don't sweat the heat. Beat it. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, guaranteed. Call now or schedule at leesair.com.
Prices on steel and materials are up everywhere, but you can still get unbeatable value for your residential, commercial, industrial, or ag projects at Pacific Steel Supply in Fresno. They'll match or beat any competitor's price by at least 10% on top quality steel, metal roofing, and components. Ready when you are. Massive inventory? Yes. Same-day delivery? Yes. 24/7 service? Yes. Get your free quote today. Call or swing by Pacific Steel Supply, Ashland and Parkway in Fresno off Highway 99, or visit PacificSteelSupply.com.
Your home for high school sports. 1430 ESPN, the Valley's local sports leader. KFIG Fresno.
I'm Ed Denkin. The first full stretch of preseason games gets underway in the NFL tomorrow. On Friday, the Browns take on the Panthers, and the team has confirmed Shedeur Sanders will get the start at quarterback. Defenseman Myles Garrett says the rookie's been impressive so far in camp.
It's funny, he's optimistic, lighthearted, but he works hard. You know, he takes it seriously, his craft, and he's watching what the others are doing, and you know, doing it his own way in which only he can. So.
Coach Kevin Stefanski said Tyler Huntley will be the only other quarterback who will play for his team on Friday. The Steelers open their preseason schedule with a game against the Jaguars on Saturday. There's been no announcement about a quarterback rotation from Mike Tomlin, but Aaron Rodgers says he is open to playing if the team wants him on the field. Washington will not have Jaden Daniels on the field for their preseason opener. He will not play against New England. Patriots are in a bit of a feisty mood these days. In a fight at practice today, Coach Mike Vrabel tried to break up the fight and wound up with a bloody cheek. To baseball, the Cardinals have just beaten the Dodgers 5-3. They take 2 out of 3 in that series. Earlier, Cleveland's Gavin Williams took a no-hitter into the 9th against the Mets, but a Juan Soto homer ended the no-hit bid. The Guardians won 5-1 as they sweep the series and hand the Mets their 4th loss in a row. The Blue Jays took batting practice in Denver today. They crushed the Rockies 20-1 and set a major league record with 63 hits in a 3-game series, 24 of them coming today. Earlier today off the field, the Red Sox gave outfielder Roman Anthony an 8-year contract extension worth $130 million.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Thursday, what version of Trevor Lawrence are we actually going to get this year? I'll tell you why that's one of my biggest storylines this season on Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
He's got the knowledge.
Because once again, I have to come on there and talk about how right I am once again.
in anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guests.
20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes still, the 20th head coach here in program history?
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 weeks, but super excited to be here.
Phil Benotti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right, Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN, Fresno Valley's local sports leader. Live on this Wednesday afternoon. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves here in this Wednesday, August 6th, 4 o'clock hour of Behind the Bench. We are just a little under halfway through this show. Is that right? Little bit approaching halfway point of the show. I guess I'll say that as far as that's concerned. Going up till 6 o'clock today, and then we'll have ESPN programming on 1430 coming up for you as well. Over on 790 right now, by the way, A's and Nationals in their first bit of their game. As far as that's concerned, the A's just absolutely taking it to Washington yesterday. As far as that's concerned, I'm looking at it right now, 16-7 yesterday. The A's. It just feels like the A's are either going to like blow you out or they're going to just like not find any sort of run support. There's no in between. The A's don't play a normal baseball game, in my opinion. So, anyways, I just want to point that out. A's baseball is nothing right now in the top of the second today. Okay, Lee's Air Hotline, by the way, 559-320-1430. Lee's Air Hotline, 559-320-1430, the way to reach us. Go to our social media platforms, by the way, ESPN Fresno. We do have a ticket giveaway going on right now. Flash giveaway, Giants and Nationals. If you want to go see the Nationals, speaking of the Nationals, want to go see the Nationals play the Giants Friday, we have tickets to give you on social media. So go to our Instagram, ESPN Fresno, the way to reach us there, and follow the contest rules involving that. So excited to chat about that, and excited to get ready to we're in the dog days, folks. We're in the dog days of the season, and we'll talk about all that later in terms of what baseball will be providing us. Anyways, we are here, like I said, live, 4:04 on the dot. Okay. So a big announcement over the week as well that we had, I think it came across yesterday in terms of ESPN and NFL. And I know some people have a lot of question marks in terms of this ESPN and NFL new agreement, which it seems like it's going to be a part of this whole change to the direct-to-customer service, this direct-to-consumer service that ESPN is going to be providing. It sounds like it's kind of combating the cut-the-cord people out there as far as that's concerned, but it's your one-stop shop kind of everything for the NFL there that the ESPN is trying to provide. It's interesting to note, of course, when we're watching all of this kind of news come across, and if you're not sure what exactly I'm talking about, ESPN acquiring the rights to a lot of NFL Network programming, acquiring the rights to NFL Red Zone, acquiring a lot, and NFL, in terms of this agreement, is acquiring 10% stake in ESPN's company, which is fascinating.
More like the NFL acquiring 10% of
ESPN. That's the quiet part that's loud right now in terms of that agreement as far as that's concerned. Folks, I know I know we have the ESPN name and everything like that, but I think I can freely and openly comment that this is an interesting deal, one that could cause a lot of eyebrows to raise in terms of the reporting on the NFL, everything it looks for as far as that is concerned, and where the line is drawn between the integrity of what journalism is for ESPN and in terms of what the business dollars will look like in terms of reporting on the league, the NFL, which has got a lot of money being thrown around as far as that's concerned. I understand this is a non-binding agreement, so anything kind of change in terms of that as far as that's concerned. So NFL could not like something ESPN does, and we'll move on from it, and they have the fluidity to do so. Would take a lot of dollars to do so, but I imagine it's going to be a different vibe. I guess ESPN Fantasy is going to be the primary thing. So if you have an NFL Fantasy, it would change over to ESPN Fantasy.
It's better anyway.
I, for one, use NFL Fantasy for one fantasy league. I have ESPN Fantasy for some others. I don't know how some people get me on Yahoo, which get me the hell out of Yahoo, by the way. Looking at you, Jorge.
I've been using it since 2006. So
I don't understand the Yahoo love. People, I look at that app and it's like a foreign language to me as far as the
It's
Yahoo.
definitely
Fantasy
the
app.
worst of the three. I would
It's
say.
horrendous.
But I do have a Yahoo league as well.
I'm platinum or I'm platinum or diamond on Yahoo just because I won a couple leagues. So I'm humble brag.
Good for you.
Anyways, so that's the only reason why I like it. I'm like, hey, it gives me status. Anyways, what do we make of this agreement? Is this something that's dangerous in terms of what it could look like moving forward in terms of sports coverage is concerned?
Sports coverage, I don't think it's dangerous. Journalism integrity might be a little bit hit.
Yeah.
But I also believe that some of the journalists that are well known in the ESPN are not really influenced by the company, but they're more influenced by their journalism integrity.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's some people that always, question journalism everywhere, especially sports journalism, because there's so many things out there that could, make it seem like you're being paid to say something, or you have a bias against someone, so you're saying this. I like to think of it more like, there's no proofs, there's nothing that says to me that this is gonna change the way that it's being done.
Well, I'll push back in it a little bit because I kind of saw this in the behavior of what we saw with ESPN in terms of a story that was developing, right? A month ago? You remember the thing that came out about the NFLPA and the collusion agreement and everything that was going on with the contracts with Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson and those quarterbacks that were negotiated, and how the owners maybe potentially colluded in the idea of where you can give guarantee money in terms of that contract, but yet the PA didn't want it publicized. The league didn't want it publicized, and yet the only avenue that wasn't reporting on it directly and in a timely manner was ESPN when everybody else had the story. So I was fascinated by the lackadaisical, the lethargic nature of when they came out with the story, but kind of felt like they were compelled to because everyone was pressuring ESPN to do some reporting on this thing. And yet I believe the negotiations for this deal were probably happening when that whole thing was coming out. So that makes things fascinating for me. And I just wonder if that is going to continue to affect it. I think we already have seen the effects of it in terms of what ESPN is doing and its behavior in reporting on the NFL.
I think that's true. I think that is true. That there has already been some affected, but there's always the individuals like journalists.
Yeah,
and they were talking about it. Even though it wasn't on like the main ESPN channel, they were talking about it.
Yeah.
So even ESPN journalists were talking about it.
Yeah.
Just not
I'll,
on the air.
I'll say this. There's interest in all kinds of different areas in terms of journalism and where the dollars come from as far as that's concerned. If you think about it, right, our station, I'm paid to talk about sports. I'm not being told what to say in terms of the teams that we have on our station. Maybe I direct our attention to that, but I'm also not saying I'm not being told to stop talking about the Giants as if they're a horrible baseball team right now that they're playing bad. They are. They're unwatchable in my opinion as far as that's concerned.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you know what I mean. Same with Fresno State. Fresno State has a good partnership with us in terms of what we do with promoting what they do. But I'll also be very sharp in my criticism of what we saw, and especially with what we saw last year in terms of that, and what we saw with our basketball team in terms of that last year. I like the people involved in it, but I'm not being told to stop it because they don't like what I'm saying. That's because that, to me, I'll be out of that if in a real heartbeat, if that's what it turns into.
Just because I cheer on them doesn't mean I'm a cheerleader.
Exactly.
I enjoy it's you have to separate yourself because one thing is it's a team that you might root for. However, if they're doing something wrong as a journalist, you have to say it.
But but even into my own example of this, we're talking thousands of dollars being exchanged for us as opposed to millions, and if not billions of dollars being exchanged between that. And maybe when the stakes are higher, the shackles get a little bit stiffer
There's
as far as
definitely
that's
a
concerned
yep.
when it comes to what you can do and what you cannot do. So what I'm telling you people is just pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Know where you're getting your sourcing from. I'm not saying you can't trust ESPN, but I'm saying understand the context of what is being talked about and when it's being talked about, because it's all advertised in any form or fashion. ESPN pushes narratives because they have to push it in some terms of what they're trying to push in terms of content. Yeah, football's coming up. They got to talk about football. I'm not saying it's wrong for them to do so, and I'm not saying it's something that's illicit or immoral. We're talking about football because football season's coming up. I'm going to be talking about high school football because I know I want to push people to listen to our high school football broadcast because I like promoting high school football. That's part of the business. I'm not burying my head in anything in terms of that. So when people say ESPN pushes narratives, if you're going to go there and push narratives as far as what the NFL wants and what that is, I more sit in the idea of we got to promote the brand for ESPN, or we as in if I'm a person who is in the ESPN national side of things, if I'm going to be pushing for wanting our conversations to be the forefront of what people are consuming, then yeah, I'm going to promote that in my head of, yeah, we got Monday Night Football coming up, and we got to talk about the big game that's coming up there as far as that's concerned, the slate of the NFL games. Yeah, we have an NFL content show with what Boomer does it every year as far as that's concerned. We talk about the content that comes into it. NBA is obviously a big part of their thing because they broadcast NBA. You wonder why they don't talk about baseball? Because they're trying to get out of the game of baseball. You know what I mean? It's simply the math is there as far as that's concerned. That's just what it is. But I don't blame them for not promoting it. Like I said, it's just pay attention to the level of where they go after it as far as that's concerned in terms of actually what the content is.
They're gonna start talking about just football and wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because WWE is also going to be added. But like in terms of the NFL relationship, this is going to be bringing in a massive viewer base to ESPN. NFL Red Zone is watched by basically everyone that can, right? I don't know, a lot of people might say it's not the best way to watch football or whatever, but it brings a lot of people.
It's brain rot football, in my opinion, but I do it every week.
Yeah, right. And so them gaining that, I think, is big for the company itself. But in terms of the actual reporting of the league, it does create a consolidation of NFL reporting with, you had the two separate entities of NFL Network and ESPN. And I thought that, to get a differing opinion was very crucial to.
You watch two different broadcasts with NFL Network and ESPN on the draft and everything like that, right? That's where you consumed it. So yeah, you're right. There's different sourcing, and now the sourcing gets blurry because everything's under other umbrellas and everything like that. And now where are you getting it from, and where are the dollars being pushed as far as that's concerned, and who's being told what to say and who's being told not what to say. It's interesting. But everybody's in bed with it. NFL wants control of everything that's going to be a narrative as far as the league is concerned, and they're gonna control that as much as they can because that's their prerogative. I don't blame the NFL for doing that. That's their prerogative. They're a business
I'm gonna need one of those boards with like a bunch of pins and some string.
Yeah.
Start.
You want to do the pin board?
Pinning and plugging it in.
Well, since our sign fell behind you guys, maybe we get something.
See where it's all going.
You have plenty of room back there.
Doing the mystery work, right?
Yeah.
You have room back there to be
because Disney owns ESPN, and then Disney also owns Fox. So.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see where this goes. I don't think I'm going to make a grand statement of what this will look like in 5-10 years, and maybe it doesn't work for the NFL, and the NFL's like, you know what, actually I don't quite enjoy what this looks like as far as it's concerned, because ESPN's taking a big gamble as far as this direct-to-consumer whole deal is and what that'll look like and whether people are going to, that's the platform and the way they're going to consume it.
I think it's going to, I personally believe it's going to work just because this is what I've been waiting for a long time. Whenever they came out with the ESPN app.
I still don't quite understand what it is.
And ESPN Plus.
In my opinion. But
what ESPN Plus, I think this is what they wanted to do with ESPN Plus. And ESPN Plus started, with some good content. And then all of a sudden, that content was gone and you couldn't see games and stuff was getting blacked out. So.
I'd say the app is horrendous to work through. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. So hopefully, this will change things and make it better.
The way I read things was this is going to be a added price to the actual ESPN streaming service, similar to how UFC events are. I think that it's direct to consumer, and it's going to be launching obviously on August 21st, and it's going to be $29.99 a month, and it's going to include all 7 of the ESPN linear channels along with the NFL Network. So I think that's what they're trying to push here, and it's going to be interesting to see how many people actually buy into the NFL Network. I know it is a popular channel, right, with the NFL fan base because of its 24/7 NFL schedule. Like they always have content, and then the NFL is the most popular sport in the United States. And so I think this is a good move for the NFL itself. It's going to be interesting how people react to not necessarily having their content on an NFL Network channel, and instead it's going to have to be through streaming. So that's always going to be an interesting topic of discussion when we talk about, all of this content is going to one place. I know a lot of people want that because they don't want to pay for like 5 different subscription services. And so that can be a positive coming out of this. But it will be interesting to see how this affects ESPN and how this affects the NFL Network in terms of the viewer base.
I think the NFL realized something too, that when they tried to do it by themselves, it was way too expensive.
The NFL Plus thing, and
what was it, last year or 2 years ago when they came out with their own
NFL Plus.
NFL Plus.
Well, it says they're still going to own and operate NFL Plus. That's going to be a separate thing.
Yeah, but you see where that the stuff that ESPN Plus or NFL Plus had is going to be a little bit different than what
I think the main complaint from everybody is, where can I go to do my one-stop shop for all things sports? I think that's simply where it's at. It's like it's so hard to pinpoint where everything is and what you need and how you consume it and everything like that. As far as that's going to be pinpoint, as far as this game's on Peacock, and then this game's on Amazon, and then this game is on Fox, and then this game is on Paramount Plus, and then this game is on you know what I mean? Like that's what frustrates so many people. Like I hear from my parents. I even hear from my own friends. I'm like, from my friends who don't quite football as hard as I football and we football, who are just like, I just want to watch the 49ers. Why are they on Amazon? Like, I don't understand, or something like that. Like it's still hard to translate that to the people. And maybe it is just habits that grow old, and you just do the whole TV thing when you're older. And then eventually they're just hoping people grow up to this being the habit. Like, just like what television was. You had the 30, 40 channels through the satellite or through the antenna, and that was it. When we were growing up, at least for me. Jorge, I'm sure you were the same thing. And people are used to that, and that was revolutionary when that happened. We're just continuing to move the line as far as the consumption of everything is concerned.
No, I remember cable when it first came out.
Yeah.
Well, not when it first came out, but when it was, having all the sports channels, and you had to get a package of the sports channels. Then all of a sudden, the satellites came out with their own little thing.
Yeah, you want to get
a satellite, get a different
the
type of
DirecTV
channel.
dish and all that, or Dish Network or whatever it was. And
you want over $100.
You want to throw on the TiVo
channels.
You know what I mean? Like all the great stuff. Man, I miss that days. Anyways, I'm fascinated. It'll be interesting. We'll pay attention, but I don't think we'll know answers until 2 or 3 years from now of whether this will look what it looks like. And maybe it's a loud majority that hates it. Maybe there's a loud majority that doesn't mind it.
Oh, I think we'll understand after this NFL season how people react to it, and if this is going to be a thing that is frowned upon or people like it after this NFL season especially.
I quite simply don't know when we will hit the point where people are like, I'm actually not going to watch the NFL because of the way the thing is streamed.
And
I don't know if we'll ever find that way. People will find a will and find a way, no matter what it is.
I think this is good for the community. I think this is good for the NFL, like people that want to watch it in a different place. I think, sometimes you just were it was too all over the place. Now it might be concentrated in one place. So
I think the only thing I'll be fearful of is if we get to a pay-per-view kind of style thing. That's when I think we'll jump the shark on it. But I don't see why it won't happen to that situation.
Like a lot of European soccer and stuff is going to that. So it's a way of making more money than
like the Super Bowl being pay-per-view. Could you imagine? Like I think people would riot, but it
would be insane.
Like a shiver just went down my spine.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that is conversations happening right now in the NFL headquarters as we speak. I got to imagine. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Jorge and Tanvir are going to be put on the spotlight. It's the 50 States in 50 Days trivia segment coming up next on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Hi, I'm Jim Schaefer with Helena Agri-Enterprises. At Helena, we lead with agronomy, and crop health plays a crucial role in maximizing production. You can visit helenaagri.com to find your local Helena retailer and learn more about Helena's products and solutions. Summer temperatures and droughty conditions are rapidly approaching in the Central Valley, which isn't ideal for farming. These environmental stresses can impact yields significantly, so how do we fight against this? At Helena, we have a product called Megafol. Megafol contains a precision blend of plant extracts that improves crop vitality and helps defend against environmental stressors like heat and drought. So how does it work? Simply put, the plant extracts in Megafol upregulate genes that produce specific proteins in the crop. More of these proteins means the crop can function at a higher level under stress conditions and less energy is spent on recovery. At Helena, we lead with agronomy, and crop health plays a crucial role in maximizing production. You can visit helenaagri.com to find your local Helena retailer and learn more about Helena's products and solutions.
For 80 years, Fresno Pacific University has been shaping the heart and soul of California as the Central Valley's only accredited Christian university. Today, our deep faith roots and pride in our community drive us to provide affordable, career-relevant education that transforms the lives of our students and the communities they serve. Discover your calling through over 100 undergraduate and graduate programs offered on campus or fully online. Fresno Pacific University. Learn more at fpu.edu.
Need cash? If you've got a car, we've got the cash. Clausen Honda wants to buy your car. If it's running, we want your late model Toyota, Hyundai, Kia, Subaru, Acura, or Honda. Just call Clausen and ask for our VUP to schedule your appraisal appointment. In just 10 minutes, you'll get your cash value quote. Yes, we are eliminating the hassle of getting rid of your used old car. So if you're ready to sell, we are ready to buy. Call Clausen Honda of Fresno today. If you've got a car, we've got the cash. Get cash for your car. Clausen Honda.
They say when you do one thing long enough, you get to be pretty good at it. Locally owned businesses led by multiple generations of family learn early on about the value of customer service. Of course, having great products, especially in the world of technology, is a clear advantage, but nothing is more important than making customers your number one priority. My suggestion for the right company for digital office technologies and services is CBM, California Business Machines. With offices in Fresno and Visalia, this top-tier Kyocera dealer has led the category, not only in technology, but with customer service. When you partner with CBM, you're aligning your business with a premier, nationally recognized company. Since 1953, CBM has been helping Valley businesses manage, change, streamline, and control their expenses. In fact, California Business Machines pioneered the 3-cent color copy, and I'm sure they'd love to tell you more. Call 225-5570 or check them out online at cbmsolution.com.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out, because when you find the perfect home, you don't want to lose it to anybody else. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers and their agents greater confidence in you. We've already helped over 1 million clients just like you reach their home financing goals this year alone. So remember this, what can help you buy the home you really want? Rocket can. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET. That's rocketmortgage.com or call 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information appraisal and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Behind the bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader. We are here and we are ready for, I think, some really exciting segment here because Jorge and Tanvir are going to be held to the fire here. We got 3 states to get through. It is the 50 States in 50 Days trivia. Just a couple weeks left, guys, before we say goodbye to this segment. And I'm sure Tanvir's more like good riddance to this segment.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Okay.
I just think sometimes when I'm like overthinking, it gets to a point where like, why did I overthink that?
Yeah. So, anyways, we have 3 states to get through in this segment, so we'll see how long this takes. If I have to pull the plug on one, we may have to. But anyways, we've got Tennessee, South Carolina, and New Hampshire. Before we get to it, though. Yeah, Jorge.
This is yours.
This is your brainchild right here. The music. Oh, he can't hear the music.
Oh.
Anyways, we got music playing. You put the music in, Jorge, the trivia music. He has no head, folks.
No, what it was is that he had the mic on, so I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, now you can hear it. Okay. Anyways, we're going to start in the state of Tennessee, and we got the top 3 athletes born in the state of Tennessee. It's a good range of athletes here. It's going to be interesting. Number 3, you guys ready? According to this, ESPN, is a Pro Football and College Football Hall of Famer, and is on the Pro Football Hall of Fame All 80s and All 90s team. He is a Super Bowl champ and a 13-time Pro Bowler, 8-time All-Pro, nicknamed the Minister of Defense.
Oh, that's Reggie White.
Reggie White is the name. There you go.
Minister of Defense,
Yeah. 198 sacks. 33 forced fumbles over 15 pro seasons. Consensus All-American his senior season at Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah, if we talk about GOATs, that's the defensive GOAT, I think, my book.
Who could be better than Reggie White from the state of Tennessee? We'll find out. This next player, a 3-time World Series champ, an American League MVP, a batting title champ, 8-time Gold Glover, 7-time Silver Slugger, 8-time All-Star, and still currently in Major League Baseball.
Who do you win the titles with, you know?
That's too revealing. In his MVP season, he had 73 WAR, second most all-time among active players. Or excuse me, his 73 WAR right now is second most among all active players, and just below Mike Trout. His 2018 MVP season at 10.8 WAR.
2018 MVP.
Yeah, 2018 MVP. I just revealed. American League MVP.
Again, I've said this multiple times. I'll say it again. Baseball's not.
I think you know this.
Is he in the American League now?
No, he is not.
It's got to be Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts is correct.
Okay.
Oh,
that's right. Mookie been around. 8-time Gold Glover, 7-time Silver Slugger.
Yeah, I didn't know he was. I felt like he was younger for whatever reason.
Yeah, you forget he's a 3-time. You forget he's a 3-time champ because nobody counts 2020. Anyways.
Oh, brother.
All right, let's see if you can get this one. This is a problem. This entry has like no bullet points. It's just a paragraph, and so I'm having a real hard time trying to give you like the clues without revealing them. All right, this number 1 athlete born in the state of Tennessee. Fascinating one. An Olympic silver medalist as a player in basketball, and also was an Olympic gold medalist as a coach in the sport of basketball. Considered one of the greatest college coaches of all time.
Mike Krzyzewski?
She is not
she.
Mike Krzyzewski.
Okay.
First college coach to reach the 1,000 win plateau, an 8-time NCAA champion.
Jeez.
Oh, the
Tennessee coach. Yes, I forgot her name. Oh my gosh.
This music helps a lot.
It really doesn't. I don't. Oh my gosh, I can't believe.
I know you're thinking of it.
Yes, I
see your face.
Have it in my head. I don't.
Jorge, you got to get this one.
I don't remember her name. I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember her name.
You could say she climbed the mountaintop of basketball. I'm giving you a hint of what her name is.
Something Hill.
No. When you reach the top of the mountain, you reach
the peak.
Paramount?
No. Some would say the summit.
Oh, Pat Summit.
Pat Summit is the name you're looking for. Do I give that to you? Does that count?
No.
I know you. Yeah, no. We're not going to say.
Yeah. Is she from Tennessee?
She is from Tennessee. Born and raised. Other Tennessee athletes here. Let's go quick. Todd Helton, David Price, Sonny Gray, Austin Riley, Jason Witten, Jalen Ramsey, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Willis, T. Higgins, Oscar Robinson, Lou Williams, J.J. Redick, Lou Williams.
Ric Flair is also from Tennessee.
Anyways, all right. There we go. Let's continue on. One state down, 2 to go. We go to South Carolina next. Fascinating list. Top 3 notable athletes born in the state of South Carolina, according to ESPN. Boy, they give me in paragraphs again. This will be tough. This is a Pro Football Hall of Famer, the number 3 athlete from the South Carolina State Pro Football Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro. He's won 3 Super Bowls as a defensive end.
3 Super Bowls as a defensive end. I'm going to say...
He is named in the Hall of Fame All-Decades team for the 2000s.
3 Super Bowls as a defensive end?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm blanking right now.
57 and a half career sacks over 12 pro seasons. He posted 3+ sacks or more in 11 of his 12 seasons. His career high was 8 in 2003 and 2008. 326 solo tackles, 4 forced fumbles, including a franchise record 68-yard fumble return touchdown. All of his Super Bowls have been won on one team.
Okay.
Who's a dynasty in the 2000s who's won 3 Super Bowls?
The Patriots. And so that would... Who was on the defense?
Clock's ticking.
Damn,
He was traded to the Raiders later in his career.
Oh my gosh, I know. Again, same thing happened. I know. I see his face.
You know
I don't
this
remember
already.
his name.
I see it in your face. You know this.
Romney?
Who?
Romney?
What?
No.
Richard Seymour. Richard
Oh
Seymour is the name you're looking for. Richard Seymour. One of my favorites. All right, number 2 athlete born in the state of South Carolina. This is an NBA Hall of Famer, an NBA champ, an MVP, 15-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA player. He was the Defensive Player of the Year as well. 12-time All-NBA defensive team.
You said 1-time champ and 1-time MVP?
Yes.
And he was the Defensive Player of the Year?
He is one
15 times.
One of 4 players in NBA history with 20,000 career points, 10,000 career rebounds, 5,000 career assists.
20,000 points, 10,000 assists. You said 10,000 rebounds, I should say, right?
He won his Defensive Player of the Year the same year he won the NBA championship.
I'm going to just guess Hakeem.
Hakeem Olajuwon is not correct. Hakeem Olajuwon is not born in South Carolina.
Why am I blanking? I don't know why I'm blanking.
Well, he won his MVP with his first team. He won his championship and his Defensive Player of the Year with his second team in his career.
I didn't really take my brain food today. This is embarrassing.
He could go by his initials. His nickname would be more by his initials.
South Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
What do I? Oh.
I don't care about the state. I just have to think about who the player is. And
He won his MVP in 04. He won his championship in 08. This finally should give it to you.
I said Jason Kidd?
Jason Kidd?
No.
Jason Kidd is incorrect.
No.
I'm going 3. I'm going 2. I'm going 1. You're going to kill yourself over
He won
this.
an MVP in 2000 what?
4. Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett. That deflated Tanvir in a way I've never seen Tanvir more deflated.
I know these players. I don't know why today of all days I'm just not getting any of them. Because I usually get 75% of them.
This is rough. I think you have to get this one. This is a 3-time WNBA MVP, tied for the most in WNBA history. They are a 2-time WNBA champion. They are a finals MVP. And they also won a college national championship.
So I remember it wasn't Candace, and it's not I don't think it's Taurasi. I think this may be. I'm gonna go Maya Moore.
Maya Moore is incorrect.
Okay. So then Sue Bird would be my other. Pick.
She is currently playing in the league.
Oh, then never mind. Bree. No, we already said Stewie earlier.
Think of the state she is in.
South Carolina. Don Staley?
Not Don Staley.
South Carolina. I don't know many.
Considered maybe the greatest player if she continues her career trajectory, she could be the greatest player in NBA.
Asia Wilson?
Asia Wilson is correct.
All right.
It is Asia Wilson.
I was so lost.
South Carolina was rough. Willie Randolph, Joe Jackson, Larry Doby, Jim Rice, Art Shell, John Abraham, Jadavian Clowney, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, Stephon Gilmore, to name a few. Jermaine O'Neal. Give him a
Asia
shout.
ahead of KG.
Asia Wilson.
I think that's the other point.
3-time MVP, I think that puts it up there for you as far as that's concerned. Boy, New Hampshire to round it out. Woo! I can't wait to see how you guys do on this one. I think you can get one. Okay. Going to baseball.
Yeah, not
so
me.
Jorge, pay attention closely. This is a 3-time MLB All-Star, a 2005 National League Cy Young Award winner. He was an ERA champ in 2009. He won 2 World Series in 2006 and 2011 with the Redbirds.
St. Louis.
Yes.
It's got to be Chris Carpenter, right?
Chris Carpenter is the name you're looking for. You're right. Yes, Chris Carpenter. How about that?
I had Carpenter in mind. I don't know why I thought of Matt, but
I wonder if you can get this one from New Hampshire.
okay.
This is the 23-24 NHL All-Rookie Team Unanimous Selection, a 2022 Hobie Baker Award finalist. Was an All-American at the University of Michigan for hockey. Bronze medalist on the Team USA in 2023 in the IIHF World Junior Championship. You have any clue who I'm talking about?
Bedard?
Bedard, no.
I don't know.
Is he with the Sharks?
He is not with the Sharks.
University of Michigan.
I'll just save you the mercy here because we got time to move on here. You're looking for Luke Hughes. Luke Hughes is number 2. All right.
New Year's Devils.
Cleared up. We got one athlete to go. I really hope you guys can get this. I think you can. I have faith. This number 1 athlete born in the state of New Hampshire is a 6-time Olympic medalist, including gold and super combined in the 2010 games. We're talking skiing. 4-time world champion gold medalist in 2003 and 2005. Only man to win 5 or more times in each discipline in World Cup history. One of 2 men to win Olympic medals in 4 disciplines in skiing. Maybe the greatest male skier of all time.
Male skier of all time.
Olympic hero?
I only know one GOAT women's skier.
I know you. We don't do well on the men's side. I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
The men's skiing is not as great as the women's side, but this name permeated through, I'd say, the mid 2000s to about the 2020s in skiing.
My excuse will be I was 5, so.
I want to say Alexander something.
Not Alexander something. Very interesting first name.
Nothing.
Are you waving the white flag? I'm trying to remember. He got embroiled in some sort of controversy when he was in.
Is it Bob Miller?
Miller's the right last name. You're thinking of Bodie Miller.
Bodie Miller.
Bodie Miller. You heard the name.
I have heard the name.
You know what? When you said controversy, I was like, wait.
What did he
that
do?
Was,
oh, well.
I thought it was Bobby Fischer for whatever reason.
Bobby Fischer is a tennis player who did the Battle of the Sexes with Billie Jean King.
Yeah, that's not it. Yeah.
Or unless maybe I'm mixing him up with the chess. Maybe is Bobby Fischer the chess guy? Who's the chess guy and who's the tennis guy? I'm killing everybody here. Anyways, Bodie Miller is the name you were looking for there. You've heard of Bodie Miller.
Yes.
You've heard of Bodie Miller. Greg Landry, Matt Bonner, Jenny Thompson, Ryan Day, Chip Kelly. all from New Hampshire.
Triple H.
Yes.
So there you go. That is the 50 States of 50 Days trivia. Boy, guys, you need to lick your wounds. That was
Hey, we did all right.
KG's. I think KG's the worst.
I feel like we did all right.
I think Kevin Garnett might be the roughest.
He's a little bit more
Yeah,
optimistic.
Tanvir's gonna go home and just.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Julia have done relatively well
Yeah.
on a lot of these, and I don't know. I felt like I did terrible today. Hey, so I'll make this right now. Next time we do this
Tomorrow?
I'm going. How many states are we doing?
We got two. We got two
I'm
tomorrow.
going 6 for 6.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going 5 for 6. Just if we get a
5 for 6.
baseball player.
I'm looking at this right now.
Gonna give you all baseball
There is a
players.
baseball player involved tomorrow.
Okay, so 5 for 6.
Okay. There's yeah. All right. We'll see. Wow. All right. we're gonna see. He's calling his shot.
I'm calling it. I'm going 5
We're
for 6.
calling
I got to
it.
redeem myself.
Boy. All right. Anyways, cool. Good job, guys. Let's take a break. We'll be right back on Behind the Bench at 1430 ESPN, Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Get your day started with Rich Eisen.
You can't tell the story of baseball without what Aaron Judge has been doing right now. What Aaron Judge has done over the last 3 to 4 years, for sure, is one of the greatest tears we've ever seen by a right-handed hitter. Period. End of story. He is the king of being intentionally walked. He is the ultimate guy that you don't want to have beat you. He's been that way pretty much since he came up from out of nowhere. He's absolutely a Hall of Famer if he doesn't play another game.
Rich Eisen, brought to you by Citizens Business Bank.
Welcome to A+ Signs.
Thanks. Yeah, I need some custom exterior signs for my business.
Great. What's the name of your business?
C+ Signs.
Wait, you own a sign company?
Yep, C+ Signs.
And you want us, A+ Signs, to make your signs?
Yeah, I need them really fast, and we can't touch our turnaround times.
We are kind of known for that.
For signs that stop traffic, drive traffic, and even direct traffic, call A+ Signs.
Remember, A+ has great technicians to service and repair signs, too.
Yeah, we got a guy, but he's afraid of ladders.
Are cracked screens or dying batteries slowing you down? Don't fret! Visit Selfix today for fast and reliable phone repairs. Our certified technicians specialize in fixing all major brands, ensuring your device is back in your hands in no time. Plus, enjoy peace of mind with our warranty on all repairs. Visit us at our convenient location at 6551 North Blackstone or call 559-765-8044 to schedule an appointment. Selfix, your trusted partner in phone repairs. Get back to what matters. Stay connected with Selfix.
I make sure that we have plenty of parts for the service department and the customers in the front counter.
That's Al Carmona, parts manager at Pioneer Equipment Company.
A lot of farmers come in, they know what they want, and if they don't, we try to help as best as we can.
Pioneer carries a wide selection of Kubota, Land Pride, and Nelson parts. Stop by and see us in Fresno or Reedley. We'll get you a cup of coffee and the parts you need.
We have really good customers. Pioneer Equipment's a great place.
Visit PioneerEquipmentCA.com.
Sports fans, whether you're gearing up for your next adventure or simply searching for the perfect ride, Ed Dina's Auto Center has you covered. Now, let's hear from the 2018 Mountain West champion, Marcus McMarion.
Hey, it's Marcus McMarion. At Ed Dina's Auto Center, they'll make car shopping as smooth as a game-winning play. Whether it's a truck, SUV, or the car of your dreams, their incredible team is here to guide you every step of the way. Ed Dina's Auto Center in Danuba and now in Visalia off Mooney Boulevard. Online at eddinasautocenter.com.
At FFB, we know behind every business is a person. That's why we're more than a bank. We're a partner, a farming-focused bank for hard workers, a future-forward bank for big dreamers, and a family-friendly bank for the next generation of owners. From first ideas to major milestones, we're here to help you chase your goals and score big. So what can FFB mean for your business? Find out at ffb.bank. That's ffb.bank. FFB Bank. Let's win together.
As of today, the 30% federal solar tax credit is still available for homeowners looking to save energy and money, but it's scheduled to be phased out on December 31st, 2025. The time to call Donald P. Dick is now, 255-1644. Let Mr. Cool show you how to drive down the cost of home energy. The deadlines for installing solar and taking advantage of the tax credits are December 31st. Call Mr. Cool at 255-1644.
Baseball season is in full swing in downtown Fresno. Don't miss a second of the fun and excitement at Chuck Chansey Park with countless promotions, ticket deals, and more. Cheer on your Fresno Grizzlies as they battle it out with the rest of the California League now through the beginning of September. Tickets start at just $8, and with the $3 value menu on select ballpark classics, Grizzly baseball is truly affordable family fun. Grab your seats at FresnoGrizzlies.com or the Chuck Chansey Park ticket office. Grizzlies baseball, it happens here.
sports later, wrapping up hour number 2 of our show. Do we really have to go to the go to the Giants here? Do we have anything to say about the Giants? 4-2 road trip. It was funny because we signed off before their road trip, and now we are here post their road trip. I'll let you spew. Do you have anything to say about the Giants in this 4-2 road trip? Is there anything to make of this? Does anything change for you, or is it just like we're kind of just pedaling along to the final 2 months of this season?
I think we're just taking it one game at a time.
Yeah.
One game. That's what we're doing now.
One game at a time. Yeah.
There's no need to rush. I don't think we're going anywhere.
You don't think we're going to the playoffs?
It'd be cool if we did.
Okay.
I would appreciate it if we did.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. The Monday was just like one of those days where you're like, this is just the way our season has gone.
Yeah.
This last few days, yesterday and today, were different, a little bit different. Today was a closer game, but still, we took out the win, which was we didn't give up. Well, yeah, we didn't give up the lead, which is good because.
By the way, another Justin Verlander win just totally flushed down the drain for him.
I feel bad because he's been having such good games. He only had one unearned run on Monday.
Yeah,
and he lost. And yeah, I don't know. It's just it sucks for him, but this season's just been such a roller coaster. It's crazy.
Well, we'll see. It's a 9-game homestand. If you get hot, I don't know. I'm not convinced the Giants have a 9-game win streak in them or whatever it is that we could see them getting into. It's not like the Padres are tremendously setting the world on fire in that bottom wild card spot. You could, and let's be frank, next week, the next couple of weeks are going to be big because you got those Padres. I mean, this is as do or die of a part of the season as the Giants will have. I think that's where my extent of my interest is. If they somehow do end up winning a lot of games against San Diego and San Diego goes on this losing streak, then maybe we'll have a different conversation in a week or two. This is about it for me, though. If it's not the next couple of weeks and you have this 9-game homestand here for the Giants, I'm quite frankly packing it and saying it's done as far as that's concerned. This feels like the season right now.
If you can't take care of San Diego, I mean, who is the most your the rival that's like right in front of you, preventing you from aspiring to anything else, then you really have nothing to do in the playoffs.
Certainly. So, frankly, I think we have the 6 playoff teams in the National League, and we have about like 7 or 8 playoff teams vying for it in the American League as far as that's concerned. Although I really, I really want the Marlins to see if they can get in that conversation because the Marlins have been fascinating to watch the last few months here. Ever since that Giants team got swept by the Marlins, that Marlins team has been on fire since then, and they defy the logic of baseball and everything. They're the anti-Dodgers per se. Can you name me a Marlin, Jorge?
No.
Tanvir, can you name me a Marlin?
Chisholm, but he's them hasn't been there for years.
Do you have a Marlin in you, Tanvir?
I've been watching highlights. I do not.
Okay, well there you go. That's it, and they're better than the San Francisco Giants, which I think we can name a player like in different positions.
They're a game behind.
They're right around the same.
Exactly. The way you say it, they're better. It sounded like they were like destroying every other team out there.
Did they not just sweep the Yankees this weekend?
They got. Yeah, they did.
I mean,
isn't Stowers a player?
Stowers. Kyle Stowers. Best secret in baseball right now, by the way. Yeah. Kyle Stowers. He's got some stats. He's some dude. He's giving me Schwarber vibes with Schwarber, by the way. I've heard some buzz about Schwarber, maybe trying to catch up Shohei on the MVP conversation.
Yeah, I said it before the break. I was like, well, this was a different conversation, obviously, because we were talking about the home run derby. But I liked what Schwarber was doing throughout the first half of the season, and he's really starting to cook up. And if Shohei doesn't kind of even himself out, I would say. I mean, he had 5 straight games with a home run.
Yeah.
In this early part of the second half, so it's gonna be tough. But I think Schwarber can catch up to him for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. By the way, there was another news story that kind of leaked. I don't know if it's leaked, but it sat around for a little bit the last couple days as far as that's concerned with the 49ers. And we were talking about it. It's not a serious matter, but it is a matter that I'm very curious to see what it'll turn out to be. But we do have an update. So George Kittle made it very known on NFL Network the other day that apparently the league sent out a memo that they banned smelling salts. He said that in his quote that the league has banned smelling salts and ammonia, whatever it is that he uses to get hyped up and ready for a drive. I have an update on this story. And the update is that ESPN had obtained a message from the NFLPA sent to the players clarifying that the league's ban on smelling salts only applies to clubs providing it to players, meaning, hey, players, BYOSS. BYOSS. So Kittle still has his smelling salts. He's just got to bring his own.
Right.
The clubs cannot provide. So I think we have found our happy medium. So we are not going to see no smelling salts on the side of things, but I would assume the NFLPA is like, hey, understand the risk of you using those yourselves, but you can. You're fine. You guys.
I thought it was because they masked the concussion.
Yeah, but that's their own liability now. So if they're using it, and then of course they get concussion symptoms, and they can't sue the NFL because they were using it.
How? Yeah, but shouldn't you still be protecting the player?
It's not the NFL's job to protect the player from themselves. Players are still going to launch themselves into players, and it's not on them to,
If it's their way to, get ready for a game, and I think I am with the NFL in this decision, right? Like, if they deem it as dangerous for teams to give it to the players, then sure, yeah, now you don't have liability behind
Exactly.
it. And that's what they're going to do, right?
They're like, you know what? You understand the risk. That's on you, my guy. If you're going to get a concussion, you get the CTE stuff after that.
Yeah.
We didn't supply the thing that maybe prevented you from getting that eventually.
Yeah.
That's not on us anymore. That's on you.
It's
now,
cynical, but it's true.
It's exactly what it is. The NFL is assuming no liability.
Slippery slope, my opinion.
Or
I mean, you could go back and say, "Oh, well, we're smelling salts, so you don't qualify for CTA compensation."
Or hey, you go to a work event and then you buy a beer at that said work event because you're at like a Grizzlies game and we're there for work, but you're allowed to have a beer. Is it work's responsibility for providing the beer and whatever? No, you bought it on your own volition because you're at that, and now the work doesn't have the liability anymore. That's the whole thing. Beer's not good for you. Eventually, if you have enough beer in your life, you won't be very good health-wise. So it's the same thing.
So if I have the UI after I drink a few beers,
you made that choice. The work didn't provide that for you. No. You may have went to a function that had the ability to do so, but you bought it yourself.
But this isn't. I don't think that works well because this isn't some function that I went to. This actual work.
It could argue that you and I get to understand you don't have to drink beer to make yourself better at your own job. That's the thing. Kittle could argue that smelling salts makes him better at his own job.
I think the player can also still argue that you should be able to see the signs or symptoms of a concussion regardless of the smelling salt.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be a slippery slope for sure, but we'll see.
Thank God George Kittle is not retiring anymore.
Yes,
so at least that's there for Niner fans. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we got our final hour of our show coming up next on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Hello, sports fans and fans of high school sports. I'm Paul Metters of the Central Valley Sports Report. Excited for our fourth season covering high school sports from Bakersfield to Kingsburg to Hanford to Fresno and Clovis. Talk with coaches, players about all the good stuff in local high school sports. We'll recap games, preview upcoming ones, and provide in-depth analysis. All the great things you've come to love about the show.
Listen to the Central Valley Sports Report with Paul Metters, live from First String Sports on your Valley's local sports leader, 1430 ESPN.
From breezy linen to performance polos, the Patrick James Summer Collection defines cool, effortless style. It's where classic West Coast spirit meets modern refinement. Discover timeless looks from brands like Faraday, Johnny O, Martin Dingman, alongside staples from Tommy Bahama, Robert Graham, and our signature Patrick James line. Made for the man who values quality, confidence, and the art of dressing well. Patrick James, California's sophistication. On Shaw, inside Fresno's Fig Garden Village.
No matter the time, morning, noon, or night, Black Bear Diner in Fresno has you covered. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner served all day just the way you like it. At Black Bear Diner in Fresno, you can count on them serving up hearty portions that satisfy even the hungriest appetites. Plus, the little Cubs can enjoy their brand new Cubs Corner too. So gather your family and friends, bring your appetite, and make it a meal to remember at Black Bear Diner in Fresno, corner of Sean Martin. Black Bear Diner.
This summer, KFC and F1 the movie are putting the pedal to the metal. Your favorite fill-ups are back, only $7. Choose from crispy chicken, tasty tenders, or our classic famous bowl, each with a drink, sides, and even sweet pie poppers. Need more fuel? Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of KFC's dark meat fried chicken or original recipe tenders for just $10. And don't forget to cool off with our new Peaches and Cream Sweet Lightning Soda. Limited time only, price and participation may vary. KFC, your summer pit stop for flavor.
At Citizens Business Bank, we've been taking a personal approach to banking for over 40 years and are consistently recognized as one of the top performing banks in the nation. Hi, I'm Susan Woosner, Senior Vice President and Manager of Citizens Business Bank in Fresno. We believe in the importance of building long-lasting and genuine relationships with our customers. We want to provide you with the solutions you need to grow your business because your success is our success. Citizens Business Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome to Banyan Tree, Fresno's favorite dispensary. Voted 2025's Best of Central California's People's Choice Award. Need some healing and relaxation? From flower to edibles, concentrate to vapes, we've got top shelf products at down-to-earth prices. Whether you're a seasoned smoker or just kinda curious, our knowledgeable staff will help you find your perfect match. So climb the Banyan Tree and see how high you can get today. Order ahead at banyantreefresno.com for quick and easy pickup. Banyan Tree, rooted in quality, grown in Fresno.
Mike Dermanuel Jr. of Hub International Insurance Group.
People that have homes, this is their most significant asset, and our job is to protect the assets and to give impartial and good advice. I think our growth reflects the amount of trust people have in us.
Hub International. Learn more at hubinternational.com, license number 0757776.
If our clients succeed, we succeed, and I think that's what we work on every day.
Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find.
I'm looking for a whiskey that will blow my buddies away.
This single barrel bourbon is a surefire hit.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, did you hear that? I feel like a rock star.
Well, finding this bottle at that price, you totally are. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly. B21.
Your home of the San Francisco 49ers, 1430 ESPN, the Valley's local sports leader, KFIG Fresno.
I'm Ed Bank, and the first stretch of preseason games for a full weekend gets underway in the NFL tomorrow. On Friday, the Browns take on the Panthers, and the team has confirmed Shedeur Sanders will get the start at quarterback. After that, Coach Kevin Stefanski said Tyler Huntley will be the only other quarterback who will play for his team on Friday, due to several injuries to the rest of the quarterback situation. The Steelers open their preseason schedule with a game against the Jaguars on Saturday. There has been no announcement about a quarterback rotation for Mike Tomlin, but Aaron Rodgers says he is open to playing if the team wants him on the field. Washington will not have Jaden Daniels on the field for their preseason opener. He will not play against New England. Maybe a good thing with the way the Patriots are these days. They're in a bit of a feisty mood thanks to a fight in practice today, which Coach Mike Vrabel tried to break up and wound up with a bloody cheek. Turning to baseball now, the Cardinals took the rubber game of their series with the Dodgers this afternoon at Chavez Ravine as they rallied for a victory.
A swing, and there's a fly ball center field. That's hit deep. Pies can't catch it. The ball's off the wall. One run's going to score, and stopping over at third, Herrera on the RBI double by Nootbaar. The Cardinals lead 5-3.
That for the Cardinals radio network as St. Louis wins it 5-3. The Dodgers lead over the Padres in the NL West is now down to 2.5 games. San Diego plays later tonight in Arizona. Earlier today, Boston gave outfielder Roman Anthony a contract extension. It's an 8-year deal worth $130 million. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are going for their 8th win in a row tonight. They lead the Royals 2-1 in the third inning.
What's up, kiddos? Clinton Yates here. Coming up on Thursday, two-a-days features the Saints and the Falcons, and we'll tell you how Cal Raleigh might have squandered his AL MVP crown. That's Thursday on Clinton and Friends at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. I hate you, Jeff.
He's got the knowledge.
Because once again, I have to come on there and talk about how right I am once again in anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guest.
20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes still the 20th head coach here in program history?
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 weeks, but super excited to be here.
Phil Benotti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right. Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN, Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader. Our final hour of our show. Yeah, we were going the full 3 hours after we've been out for a couple of days. It's like riding a bike, folks. It's just getting back to it. We are feeling better, ready to go, and ready to spew the hot takes. I'm telling you, looking at some of the future show schedule that we have, we got a lot of ground to make up, and then we will have a lot to talk about here in the month of August. I do look at this schedule. It's kind of the last time the Giants really absolutely throw everything off in terms of the schedule is concerned. So it's exciting to have that. You have your occasional early Giants games on the West Coast where they'll kill us in the first hour as far as that's concerned. But other than that, we're pretty scot-free as far as that's concerned in terms of Giants baseball. Although I will say, once September comes around, then we start getting that prime time football, that Monday night, the Thursday night. All of that stuff is going to start affecting our show. So, but we are good. We are here for the next 3 hours, for the next few days. I think it's full shows the rest of the week here. We'll have full show tomorrow. We'll have full show Friday. So you'll have all your local sports content here as far as that's concerned. Let's check up on that A's game real quick. A's game is going on over at 790 right now. The A's still tied, no score, in the top of the fifth right now over at 790 against the Washington Nationals. So that's what you got going on over there. If you want to listen to the A's baseball against Washington, that'll be going on over there. Lee's Air Hotline, like I said, 559-320-1430. The way to get in on the conversation, if you want to be a part of the show, 559-320-1430. Got something to say about what we said on air, be a part of that conversation. Also, we just love taking calls. We love hearing from the people. So let's hear from the people moving forward. All right. We got my 5 at 5 to get to. 5 at 5 today. We might do this on the weekly side, on the Wednesday side. Might be our 5 at 5. Moving forward, we'll do some just for the preseason, though. The top 5 preseason games I want to watch this week is what we've got here on the docket. And so without further ado, why don't we roll the intro and get things started?
It's time now for Phil's 5 at 5.
That's right. Top 5 list of what we got going on in the world of sports. So we got Tim Vera and Jorge who are going to be part of the commentary as well. And guys, what's a criteria for a preseason game you want to watch in terms of what we got in the NFL? What interests you most in terms of a preseason game?
So for me, I think getting a look into the rookie class and also looking into the battles for a quarterback or any position, to be honest with you, right? I think those are the two big things when you look into preseason, and so my list is based off of that. So,
Jorge, what about for you? What piques your interest in terms of watching an NFL preseason game?
I really want to see the transfers, or like the trades,
the transactions.
Yeah, that happen.
Free agent guys. Yeah.
Also backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because most of the times you know who the starter quarterback is, and you don't see them in the games pretty much until the end, the last one, and you probably see them for one drive or one quarter. But you do get to see a lot of the backup quarterbacks.
Well, who was the most ultimate backup quarterback last year in the NFL? Sam Darnold, who had to come in and I think he was going to have the job anyway, but it kind of felt like officially he was the guy who came in for J.J. McCarthy and made the Vikings who the Vikings were, which then eventually became a one and done. But that was an impressive team in the way they were playing with the record that they had. But that was indicative of the play in the preseason. People had a feeling, and there it goes. And so you might get one of those storylines.
No, I go back to, I remember watching a rookie Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Getting a 70-something touchdown that he run.
Oh, a big run? Yeah.
And I was like, this kid we could do something. Even if he's not a quarterback, we could do something with him.
Yeah.
Eventually, he took over the job the next year and became a starter.
Going to be interesting. All right, so we're going to go top 5 games I got on the slate. It's not a full Benotti Blitz. We'll have that in the season when that gets going. I think I have it scheduled. First Benotti Blitz, week 1, probably going to be on the 2nd of September. That's what we got. So we're a little less than a month away from that. So let's do a top 5, starting with number 5.
Number 5.
I just said that. I got Browns in Panthers at my number 5 spot. I know there's a circus going on with Cleveland and everything that's going on. Of course, Shedeur Sanders, I've been very negative on what he could look like in the NFL. I'm curious to see if I get proven wrong in that sense, and I wonder what that indicator will show me. But I think the Browns are obviously, I think just for the sense of what that quarterback room is turning into and what that kind of situation is looking like, I think it's a beautiful disaster to kind of keep that you just can't stop looking away from. But also, one of my sleeper teams this year is the Carolina Panthers. I'm fascinated to see what development they have in the depth side of things as far as that's concerned. I'm wondering if their rookie wide receiver is going to get a look as far as that's concerned. I'm curious to see what other players are going to be stepping up. I think that defense could be a little bit better this year as far as that's concerned. Gauging it against the Browns, though, I'm not sure you can gauge what much you can do against an offense with that. Stefanski's got schemes, but I just don't think the personnel's there. But I'm interested. Browns-Panthers Friday at 4 p.m. I think I'd be interested in having that on my television.
Yeah, so my number 5, I'm going Dolphins at Bears. I think seeing what type of scheme this Bears rookie head coach Ben Johnson has is going to be interesting. I think that's what makes this Bears team so interesting, because you're pairing a guy who was so good in Detroit with a talent pool that is very good in Caleb Williams and company. So getting a look into what his system will look like is going to be very interesting to me. So Dolphins at Bears is number 5 for me.
Or are you looking at a game too? What do you got?
I would say the Bears Dolphins.
Okay, same with Danvir.
Is what you
yeah.
I mean, he's only sitting right next to you.
I was. Well, the reason
he's deep in research.
I want to see how second year QB for the Bears is doing. That is my reason.
Mm-hmm.
And what we'll get to it because I have this higher on my list than you guys, so I'll get to it when I get to it.
Number 4.
I have Saints and Chargers. I think the Saints are an interesting, weird, kind of just gross situation. I like watching the ugly, gross situations develop, and then there's just Alvin Kamara. It's just interesting to me. Jake Haynerness of it, I'm interested. I also want to see what the Chargers kind of are providing there as far as that's concerned. It's been a weird offseason for them with how Najee Harris's offseason has gone. Maybe they don't have him for a little bit longer than I thought, so wondering what kind of running back situation that'll look like as far as that's concerned. I'm sure some younger guys are going to get more play. They just signed Keenan Allen. I don't anticipate him to play in the preseason, but I just wonder what this Chargers team's next step is, because obviously I think I would say they slightly outperformed their projection from last year to what they were. I know now with expectations, I think they're looking for more contributors. I'm interested in Saints Chargers on a Sunday at 1 p.m.
Yeah, that's a good pick. For me, my number 4 is Colts at Ravens. And I'll explain my Saints Chargers because I actually have that a little higher. But,
yeah.
Colts at Ravens. Anthony Richardson versus Daniel Jones is a quarterback situation that I am very interested in, not necessarily because both of those guys are going to be elite in any sense, but I think also this has a lot of fantasy football implications. If you're looking to get Jonathan Taylor or a guy like Michael Pittman Jr., both of these guys are going to get affected by either if Daniel Jones is a quarterback or Anthony Richardson. And, Rich is going to start this game. Daniel Jones will start the next. But I think it's finally time to, look into what Anthony Richardson is as a quarterback. He was the number 4 overall pick. He has not played very well in his starts, and he needs to make a difference this year if he wants to, I guess, quote unquote, save his career, I guess. So that's something I want to be looking forward to. Has his passing game improved under Shane Steichen in this offseason? So that's my number 4.
Jorge, what about you?
Mine is I have the Titans and the Buccaneers. And mainly because I want to watch the Buccaneers and see why they want to bring in a QB that's been retired for a few years now. So
Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, but he's not. He's like, maybe he didn't retire, but he wasn't playing in the league anymore, and now he's back. And is there something there that I'm not seeing, or do they just want to?
Yeah, well, I don't know about Teddy coming into Tampa Bay, but also that whole situation with his high school team and all that. That was very
well. Well, I'm talking about and I'm talking about like is do they have a quarterback controversy there, or is it just something?
No. Well, I wonder with Tampa. I don't have Tampa on this list. I also don't have the Colts game on the list, so I'll comment on both. I think Tampa. I'm fascinated by the Fresno guy, Jalen McMillan, and where he slots in now that they drafted another wide receiver. It's very crowded wide receiver room. Really,
wide receiver 4.
The reps are going to be fought for very a lot. And McMillan was I think he had a crazy stat of something like he was like one of the few rookies to like have 4 straight games or 5 straight games of something. If I do recall, it was a very small list for McMillan last year in terms of consistent production. Obviously, Godwin was out, so he's trying to kind of replicate that with what Godwin is. But Chris Godwin's back, and Mike Evans is there. And I think there's room, especially when are we really relying on Tampa Bay's offense to have a healthy Mike Evans and healthy Chris Godwin for 16, 17 games? Is that actually going to happen? I wouldn't bet on it. So I wonder where McMillan will stand when it's all said and done with Tampa. As far as Colts-Ravens, you're right about that Colts team. Richardson versus Daniel Jones, it feels like the only really true blue quarterback battle. I'm like 50-50 on where they should go.
Or have any interest in, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and I don't know what much that roster can give me as far as a playoff team is concerned, but I don't know. That's going to be an interesting one to pay attention to because they kind of feel like a lame duck team in my opinion, but that's just where I've come from.
Number 3.
I have Dolphins Bears here. Caleb Williams has been talked about a lot with his mannerisms, with the way he's kind of gone about practice. People are a little apprehensive on what he's been kind of acting like as far as practice is concerned. I wonder what he will look like on game day. I haven't been sold on Caleb Williams yet as a quarterback, even going back to college. Yeah, the skill set is there. He is a physical specimen when it comes to the way he becomes like a guy who what do I call him? I'm trying to think of the word.
Kind of like presents itself.
He just makes stuff up as it goes. It feels like sometimes that it comes improvised. That's the word I was looking for. There we go. Improvise. I don't know, man. I just don't. I'm not bought on it yet. I just don't see exactly what that will look like when it transitions to the NFL. Guys are faster and stronger. He just looks a little lost to me. Maybe Ben Johnson can be the guy who makes him look good. And guys look terrible in the preseason and can be looking good in the NFL season.
Jamar Chase is a perfect example of that.
The quarterback's tougher.
Oh no, for sure.
You know what I mean? So Dolphins Bears, I got number 3 simply for the Caleb Williams side of things.
Yeah, so my number 3, I'm going to go Saints Chargers. I think both teams have what I am looking for, as I said at the start of this segment. You have the Saints, who have a new coach in Kellen Moore, and I think they're going to run the ball a lot this year, but that quarterback situation is ugly, if I could say it, right?
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara looks like a Bugatti in a rundown house over there, and this is going to have to be – I'm going to have to see something from Tyler Shuck out of Louisville for me to give any stamp of confidence for this Saints team going forward in this season, and I'm interested in that. And then for the Chargers, I mean, Omarion Hampton, I'm very interested on how he will fit into this team. And I think with Jim Harbaugh having this run-heavy system, I think Hampton can really do well this year and be a flashy guy that can do three-down stuff for this team. And obviously Najee Harris, you don't know how much availability he will have. So I think I'm going to look for how Hampton runs behind this offensive line.
All right, what do you got at number 3?
I think, mine is going to be the Raiders Seahawks.
Okay. I got that on my list.
I wanna see how good the Raiders are with a new coach and new strategy, pretty much new everything, new atmosphere. Because it feels like it's more alive in there, like with them. Because the way that Pete Carroll does things, is they're kind of loose. They're kind of like a loose vibe, like a chill vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So that hasn't really been the style of the Raiders. So we'll see what happens there, especially against the Seahawks, which is his whole team, and how they're gonna adapt to having Darnold in the quarterback position and see what backups he has, just in case he gets injured.
I like it because it's my
number 2.
That's where it is. That's my number 2, the Raiders and the Seahawks. I think these two teams are somewhat staring themselves in the mirror in terms of what battle I'm going to look forward to. What does the line look like for either of these teams? Because I think both of these quarterbacks need good line play for them to be able to be successful in what they'd want to do, especially in the pass game. Sam Darnold, we saw what it looked like against the Rams. He was absolutely horrendous against the Rams when it came to the pass rush, and he looked like a deer in headlights in terms of that. Geno Smith, not great against the pass rush in terms of that as well. And so both teams have, I think, the same issue on offense. On defense, I'm curious to see what the back-end secondary can look like for both these teams as well. I don't think they present the greatest tests in terms of guys, although, JSN, we know what he can be capable of, although what play will he get in that game, I don't think much. Pete Carroll making his return to Seattle, also just fascinating, interesting storyline. That's going to be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So I put that storyline there. It has more juice than many other preseason games to me, and I'm more simply interested in what that'll look like with him on the visiting sideline for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll talk about that later. But, Cleveland against Carolina.
So you got Cleveland, Carolina.
Is my number 2. I think regardless of what you want to say, the Shedeur Sanders show is a thing in Cleveland. And that quarterback room is getting very thick with 5 guys in there. You got Snoop Huntley, you got Kenny Pickett, who's dealing with an injury, Flacco, he's old.
They should get 5 guys as a sponsor.
Yeah, and then Dylan Gabriel with Shedeur Sanders. I'm actually interested to see Dylan Gabriel a lot more because it looks like early signs in camp show that he's ahead of Shedeur in the depth chart. So that'll be interesting if we can see Dylan, but I also want to see Shedeur, and I want to see Shedeur be good. I think that regardless of what the outside noise has been, I really do think Shedeur has a chance to shut up a lot of haters. Kind of similar. I feel like he's in a similar boat to how Baker Mayfield was coming out of college. You have this. Obviously, Baker's been the better college football quarterback, but you have a guy who has a lot of upside coming out of college and a lot of outside noise surrounding him in a Cleveland situation that isn't the best, but we'll see if he sinks or swims. And then on the Panthers side, I'm very interested in this defense. They got 2 good defensive linemen, or outside linebackers, I should say, in Nick Scorton and Princely Umanmielen out of Ole Miss and Texas A&M. And I think that those guys can wreck shop on this defensive line and can really make the Panthers a good team moving forward, as you stated earlier.
Yeah, certainly. That's why I had it there in the top 5. All right, what do you got?
For my number 2, I have the Steelers versus the Jags.
Steelers-Jags, interesting.
I really want to know who the quarterback
Hunter?
for the Steelers is.
Oh, okay. Quarterback for the Steelers with Rodgers. And it sounded like if Tomlin has to play, he'll play in the preseason. Rodgers traditionally doesn't play in the preseason, but it sounds like he's open to it.
He's never been a preseason guy, really, but
yeah,
maybe now that he's the 3rd quarterback at least. Something like that.
Any Travis Hunter hype, too, I would imagine, for that game, too, right?
For the Jaguars on the other side. Yeah, the Travis Hunter.
Are they going to implement that at all? I'm curious to see if that's going to...
I think they will, just to try him out, see what he's got. I mean, especially the first, get the jitters out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Not too much because you don't want to get him injured, but...
That's a good pick.
I think you really need to see if Travis can have a workload on both offense and defense, right? And I think the preseason is the perfect time for that.
We got to go fast on this one.
Number 1.
I got Commanders Patriots simply because I'm going to watch the Patriots play. That's where I want. And also these two teams went on all brawl, and my coach has a blade cheat because of it. So, so I'm curious to see. You said an interesting stat, Tanvir, that this is the most expensive ticket in preseason this week. So people are loving their Patriots though. If with Vrabel, and there's a lot of momentum there. I think there's some interesting rookies on this Patriots side. There's some wide receivers winning some battles right now that move way up in the depth chart. Some guys who are popping right now for the Patriots.
Kyle Williams.
Kyle Williams is a name. If you're not deep into fantasy research, he could be one of those sleeper guys, but also one of those guys you could see guys reach for in drafts too because they hear too much hype about him. But it's a name that could pop for the Patriots. Commanders, Patriots. That's just me personally. That's my number 1. What do you got?
Yeah, my number 1 is Raiders Seahawks.
Yeah.
You were asking earlier, like, how good are these pass blocking teams, or how good these offensive lines are at pass blocking. Both of them, for me, I have them projected as bottom 6.
Yep.
And so it's going to be interesting to see how those two quarterbacks are good under pressure. You saw Darnold was not good in that playoff game under pressure, and Geno historically has been terrible under pressure, but when you give him a little bit of blocking, it could be good. I'm also looking forward if Genti has any role in this preseason game because I think that the Raiders can really lean on him to have a successful run game, and they have a new offensive coordinator in Chip Kelly who ran the ball a lot at Ohio State. So
close us out, Jorge.
Yeah, mine is going to be the Cowboys-Rams. Cowboys has a lot of stuff talking about themselves. Michael Parsons, quarterback issues. Gary doesn't want to pay. Brawls all over the place. The Rams, they look like they don't need anything. They look like they're good to go. And they look like they're going to win the West at least.
I think their big question is if Stafford ever is going to be healthy in week 1. And obviously what Jimmy looks like as a if he's going to be in the featured QB1 role, and what Jimmy will look like as far as his progression is concerned. But that's about it for me. Cool. Awesome.
That was Phil's 5 at 5.
Good stuff. Preseason starting tomorrow. I believe the first game tomorrow is going to be Colts-Ravens. So we'll be interested in watching that. I'm sure we'll do some reaction Friday of Raiders and Seahawks and get you prepped for the weekend as far as the other two games are concerned. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we got Devin Hodges, my interview with him, coming up next, talking about God YFL, coming up next on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Are you tired of waiting forever for your prescriptions? Grizzly Pharmacy is here to tame your healthcare needs. We fill most prescriptions in 15 minutes or less, always accepting new patients, and enjoy free delivery to your home or workplace in Fresno and Clovis. We accept all major insurance, including Medi-Cal, Blue Cross, and Optum Rx. For our Clovis location, please call 559-324-1808 or visit grizzlypharmacy.com for more information.
Hey Fresno, Chris Swart out here, operating partner Jack's Car Wash Companies, located on the southwest corner of Cedar and Shepherd. Don't miss out on this winning combo.
That's right, Jack's Car Wash has a brand new Pepsi and Coke soda fountain, plus a new Keurig coffee station featuring your favorite national brands. Plus, Jack's full detailing is backed by popular demand. Schedule yours today by calling 435-7335.
Jack's Car Wash and ESPN Fresno, the double play of a great car wash and a great broadcast. Let's go Giants!
Welcome to the 65th anniversary celebration at Fashion Furniture, where you'll find the best names like Flex Steel, Bassett, Michael Nicholas, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, and so much more. Savings up to 40% with 0% financing. And with every sale, Fashion Furniture will donate to Central Valley Honor Play. Help us celebrate 65 years and help send a veteran to Washington.
The Fashion Furniture 65th anniversary celebration. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Prices on steel and materials are up everywhere, but you can still get unbeatable value for your residential, commercial, industrial, or ag projects at Pacific Steel Supply in Fresno. They'll match or beat any competitor's price by at least 10% on top quality steel, metal roofing, and components. Ready when you are. Massive inventory? Yes. Same-day delivery? Yes. 24/7 service? Yes. Get your free quote today. Call or swing by Pacific Steel Supply, Ashland and Parkway in Fresno off Highway 99, or visit PacificSteelSupply.com.
For 80 years, Fresno Pacific University has been shaping the heart and soul of California as the Central Valley's only accredited Christian university. Today, our deep faith roots and pride in our community drive us to provide affordable, career-relevant education that transforms the lives of our students and the communities they serve. Discover your calling through over 100 undergraduate and graduate programs offered on campus or fully online. Fresno Pacific University. Learn more at fpu.edu.
Stepping up to the plate, it's Richard's Prime Ribbon Seafood, the original, a true family-run restaurant, serving slow-roasted certified Angus prime rib, hand-cut steaks, and the freshest seafood since '69, a winning tradition. Richard's Prime Ribbon Seafood is now open for lunch Wednesday through Friday and dinner Wednesday through Saturday, so you'll never strike out on a great meal. Richard's Prime Ribbon Seafood, a Valley dining tradition, because when it comes to great food and family, they always hit it out of the park.
Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find.
I'm looking for a whiskey that will blow my buddies away.
This single barrel bourbon is a surefire hit.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, did you hear that? I feel like a rock star.
Well, finding this bottle at that price, you totally are. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly. B21. Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find.
I'm looking for a whiskey that will blow my buddies away.
This single barrel bourbon is a surefire hit.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, did you hear that? I feel like a rock star.
Well, finding this bottle at that price, you totally are. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly. B21.
ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader. We here support local sports, local kids who are getting involved in all of that great stuff. We have another opportunity for you if you have some youth football players in your life. I was graced by the presence of Devin Hodges earlier this week. We did an interview with him talking about his program, God YFL, and they have a big event coming up on Sunday. So wanted to give you a chance to hear him. This is the first time we'll be airing this interview. Devin Hodges, he's from Cup of Joy and God YFL right here. All right, we are here with Devin Hodges, who is with Cup of Joy, but also with a very exciting event that's going to be kind of coming up in the Central Valley, just coming up this weekend. It's the Generation of Disciples Youth Football League, which will be hosting a big-time football event in the Central Valley. We'll get into that momentarily, but Devin, good to have you in studio. How are you doing on this afternoon?
I'm doing great. It's an honor for you to have me down here today.
Absolutely. Devin, first of all, tell the people who you are and what's your relationship to youth football here in the Central Valley.
Yeah, so name's Devin Hodges. I'm the CEO of this newly founded league, God YFL. Been around youth football several years now, and we just really look at it as a way, a vessel for us to share the love of the Lord, but most importantly, disciple these young athletes and allow football to be the vessel to really just give them the life tools that they need to continue on in life: respect, teamwork, discipline, the grit that we know that we need them to have later on in life. And so yeah, it's a great opportunity to put something together here, bring everyone together. We're expecting a great big turnout here, 1,500 plus athletes, 11 teams coming in to support. We're going to see teams from Madera, Sanger, Fresno, Clovis, and Reedley.
Yeah, so much involvement within the Central Valley, of course, and youth football, such a hotbed topic for a lot of people, of course, here in the Central Valley. Exciting times, such a good football culture here in the Central Valley. When you talk about God YFL, why was this such a passion project for you to get started here in the Central Valley when you were getting this thing going?
I know early in my life and along my journey, coaches really impacted me heavily, and there's relationships that I look back upon now, and we fully understand how important coaches are. And in some of the households around, a coach may be the only positive figure that you're looking to for guidance. And so as we look to cast our net as far as possible, it really stuck with us to put something together that we could be there for some of these athletes that may not be coming from the best households or from the best culture, and really just be able to pour into them and help redirect them or help guide them on a path towards a positive path towards excellence. And
yeah, it's certainly a lot to go into there, but it is an exciting event that you guys are building up to. Is this the biggest event you guys have put on as an organization so far?
Yeah, so this is going to be our inaugural season. So it's a newly formed league where we had 11 teams come together and really all put in a lot of work to carry the weight and bring everyone together. And so yes, this is the biggest event that we've done to date for sure. This is our inaugural event, and putting all the pieces together, we're really thankful for Fresno State allowing us to use their facilities and the help that they've been in part of this, especially teaming with and seeing local law enforcement. They're going to be out there at Heroes Row, so we're going to have Clovis SWAT. We're looking at Fresno PD as well. National Guard's going to have some vehicles out there. The Marines, Fresno City Fire is going to be on site. So yeah, it is very much a massive event it's much more than just football and cheer. A lot of times you go out to these events, and if you're not participating in the event itself as a football player or a cheerleader, there may not be enough for you. But in this event, when we said carnival, we really wanted a carnival theme. And so with that, we're going to have the exhibitors out there that allow people to come and take pictures and get information. We'll have a lot of information booths out there as well. We've got custom merchandise, some custom equipment vendors out there. And so, yeah, it is definitely the biggest event that we've ever done. And we're hoping to shine a light on youth football here in the Central Valley and really show what it means to, bring everyone together and really the pursuit of excellence and what it looks like when we come together as a team. And then in addition to that, just show a new way. I know here football can be a very rough and very harsh environment at times, but we want to show and teach our youth that we can be ultimate competitors, but we can also be respectful and treat each other with respect and show love for our competitors when it's outside the lines.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the part of it that's a lot of people, sometimes it feels like it gets lost in that aspect, is teaching not just the skills, but teaching the importance of being good teammates and good opponents. When you talk about what these athletes are going to be involved in at the camp specifically, what are the things you're hoping to work with them in the sense of what's the day like if I'm an athlete going to this thing? What's the day like for me as an athlete?
Well, I'd say first and foremost, it's being able to be down in Bulldog Stadium on the same turf that these boys and girls look up to, the stars that compete on there. That's going to be the biggest thing that they're going to see. They're going to be able to play on the same turf that the names of the cars have played on. And so I think that's the biggest thing, to be in a stage like that and feel that and understand, hey, this is what it could be. I could be here in the future. Really hoping to light a fire under them and just highlight them and show them that they are seen, that they're loved, and we're here to support them in chasing their dreams and whatever that is. So it's going to be great. But throughout the day, we have 2 sessions. So we have a morning session with half the teams competing. We break for a ceremony, which is turning out to be something great. Looks like we're going to have timeout on site there. We also have the Bulldog Blitz bringing in the flags and kicking us off. We have Paul Leffler emceeing the event here. So it's turning out to be quite a spectacle and something very special that we're hoping to get off the ground and show some of the major players here in the Central Valley that this is something that we want you guys to support and be a part of, and see the light that we're chasing down here.
Yeah, certainly. Bulldog Blitz, always a fan favorite as far as that's concerned. That's awesome stuff. Fun. He says family fun, giveaways, fanfare throughout the stadium, excitement, especially in the summertime, especially right before kids have to go back to school and the doldrums of that, right? This is kind of one of those events that kind of celebrates the fun they've had this summer as well. Is that kind of part of it, just to get the fun out before, obviously, when the kids come back to school and back to the grind of that, right?
Yeah, and absolutely. And in that, we're going to have Dave and Buster's on site. They're bringing some arcade games out, and they're going to be doing some giveaway. We also have Bulldog Blitz and their setup. They're going to have the VR goggles where the kids can come in. They can go ahead and see what it's like to skydive into Bulldog Stadium that last 30, 45 seconds as they drop in. And we're still getting some late ads as of now to bring some more fun for the kids that are out there, that whether they're playing in that morning session and then they're enjoying the festivities in the afternoon, or it's broken up to where they can get in and out and have the best day possible. So
it's an exciting event. When it comes to the idea of what you're hoping to bring the message for the people, right? First off, it's only a few days before this thing. I want to just make sure logistically we know people can still sign up for this thing, or if there's tickets still available for people. How do they find the access to that, and what can people still do if they're hearing about this event and say, wow, I kind of want to be involved in this?
Yeah, absolutely. So for any spectators that are wanting to come and join in for the fun, you can find tickets at godyfl.com. We will be selling tickets all the way up. You can find tickets at the day of the event. It will be digital only, so we won't be accepting any cash on site. But yeah, we can have late ticket ads, late vendors. You can also reach out to us on our website as well if there's anyone that's wanting to participate and add, whether it's at Heroes Row or it's a merch vendor or just an information booth that wants to be on site. We're happy to add those at this time, and we're really excited for Sunday. The countdown has begun, and it's going to be a glorious day, no doubt.
What does the support tell you about the community and what the people around the community feel about what you guys are doing? What does it tell you from what you've seen when you were pitching this around? And obviously you got a lot of response from the vendors and everybody in the community in that sense.
Yeah, it started really out as a dream and throwing it out there, and we didn't think that we were going to be able to secure the facility. And as we had multiple meetings with Fresno State and their group and were able to pitch them on the vision, they came on board, and then one thing after another just turned in. It's all fun when you're dreaming about the event, but when it starts to come together and you're not really an event promoter, it starts to become a little nervous because you start to see how big this thing is blown up. We're really expecting anywhere between 8,000 and 10,000 people at the midpoint, which is a very large event, at least for us. And it's an exciting time to see everyone get on board and then get so excited about it, especially Bulldog Blitz and the support that they've been offering, and just hearing the excitement and a lot of our vendors in their voices. They are excited to see this event come to life, and I can't tell you what a blessing it's been for the community to pour in and come alongside us in this time, for sure.
Absolutely. Did you participate? I'm sure you participated in football in some sense growing up. There's a lot of passion about it from you. Where did the sport tie in for you as far as that's concerned, and what were the big influencers there for you as a guy who I'm sure is trying to give what you got as a kid when you were playing football?
Yeah, I grew up playing football. We didn't have Pee Wee football and the sports at the level that it is now growing up. We started at 5th grade and kind of went through, but the lining up alongside of someone, the teamwork aspect and the camaraderie, you really see it shine through in the workspaces. You can almost tell right away of the people that have been participating and grew up in group type sports, and the grit that they have when it comes to just bringing the teamwork to the table. And then the other side is fear. Fear kills more dreams, right, than failure ever has. And for football, there's a lot of times where we're going to line up on the other side of the line and we're going to see someone who's bigger, faster, and stronger. But that doesn't mean that their performance is always going to outweigh us. And so I think for me, football gave me a competitive mindset, but most of all, that fearlessness that says, hey, whether it's that new business that you want to start, or that promotion that you want to go for, or maybe moving from one state or another, whatever that is, whether it's in relationships or your professional life, we just really want to be able to look it straight in the eye and overcome it. And then within that, the journey that we see with injuries from time to time and adversity, we know that we're going to get those in life, and it just gives us an opportunity to have those intimate conversations with our athletes and talk them through about what that looks like and how to press in, and really just have a mindset, because at the end of the day, we can't control our size, our speed, and some of the things that the Lord's blessed us with, but we can control our mindset, and a mindset can take these young athletes, the future of what we want to see, and take them to a level that maybe they didn't realize that they could achieve in life.
And of course, we can dive into this a little bit, with all of the things we've seen around the sport in the last 5-10 years, the temptations around it, all of the different things that can cause you to lead astray and not do it for the right reasons. You feel like this foundational kind of event can avoid athletes into falling into those pitfalls where we see a lot of guys maybe chasing it for the wrong reason per se, and I know that's clear and evident. In the last 5 years, 10 years, we've seen it turn in that way a little bit.
Yeah, I think the base that we offer and being tied to God itself and the principles that we're standing upon, a lot of the things that the kids are getting from us are clear messages that are making sure that they are staying on the right path and that they do have the right guiding light, because it is so easy to get twisted up. And even from a parent's standpoint, we can get lost in translation about having these superstar youth athletes, and we forget that the sport is the vessel to be able to shape and create their mind and really just all the aspects needed for them to be the successful individual, father, mother, wife, friend, whatever it is that we desire to see them in life. I mean, I can't harp on it enough that they are our future. At times we get a little upset with where society is today, but the youth only knows what we program into them. They're a blank slate, and they're really looking to us for guidance and input in helping shape their mind. So I think the common theme here is shaping the mind and putting them in an environment that allows that. Good culture, good clean culture is huge. And we're really looking forward to Sunday and what it's going to bring, and showing the community that what can happen when 11 teams come together, work together with all the community partners, and what a highlight this can be.
Once again, where can people find what you guys are doing? Is there social media handles? There's a website. Where can people find you guys and what you're doing? And then obviously on the back end of that, if people are still looking to get involved in the event this coming Sunday at Bulldog Stadium, what can people do?
Yeah, you can find us GodYFL.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram under those same handles as well. And once again, any vendors that would like to participate, you can reach out to us directly on our website. We'd be happy to add you guys and just really add to the experience.
Awesome. Well, Devin, I appreciate you taking the time, and best of luck on Sunday. Should be a lot of fun, and hopefully the first of many for you guys coming up here in the Central Valley.
Thank you. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to this Sunday.
Absolutely. Devin Hodges here in the studio here for Behind the Bench. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Roger Dunn has the new Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Drivers to take your game to the next level. State-of-the-art technology. They've created the most advanced driver face in the history of Callaway Golf. The AI Smart Face is designed to create a sweet spot, and not just the center, but all over the face. AI Smoke Drivers, fairway irons, and putters. The AI Smoke Driver, it's sweeter from every spot. Paradigm AI Smoke Drivers. Remember, you're always number one at Roger Dunn.
Need cash? If you've got a car, we've got the cash. Clausen Honda wants to buy your car. If it's running, we want your late model Toyota, Hyundai, Kia, Subaru, Acura, or Honda. Just call Clausen and ask for our VUP to schedule your appraisal appointment. In just 10 minutes, you'll get your cash value quote. Yes, we are eliminating the hassle of getting rid of your used old car. So if you're ready to sell, we are ready to buy. Call Clausen Honda of Fresno today. If you've got a car, we've got the cash. Get cash for your car. Clausen Honda.
Life gets messy, but your space doesn't have to. We are Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services, where we clean because your time is important. From offices to schools to medical facilities, Rise and Shine handles it all with our trained staff and high-performance standards. Big jobs or small, Rise and Shine will never lock you into a contract. So let us take the stress off your plate. Contact Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services. Call 559-649-5391 or visit riseshine559.com.
Whether you're planning a special event or simply craving something new, Lynn's Restaurant Group has a variety of dining options to suit any occasion. If you're in the mood for fine dining, Oiza offers a refined Japanese experience. Looking for something quick and delicious? Ramen Hayashi serves up satisfying bowls of ramen in no time. Craving variety? Lynn's Fusion has an endless all-you-can-eat experience with options for everyone. No matter the occasion, Lynn's Restaurant Group makes every meal memorable. Visit lynsrestaurantgroup.com to learn more.
At FFB, we know behind every business is a person. That's why we're more than a bank. We're a partner, a farming-focused bank for hard workers, a future-forward bank for big dreamers, and a family-friendly bank for the next generation of owners. From first ideas to major milestones, we're here to help you chase your goals and score big. So what can FFB mean for your business? Find out at ffb.bank. That's ffb.bank. FFB Bank. Let's win together.
I know how important some of this equipment for the farmers is. Without it, they can't get the job done.
That's Bob Aguirre, Service Manager at Pioneer Equipment Company.
My philosophy is get the tractor in and get it out as fast as I can. It's not supposed to be in the shop. It's supposed to be out in the field working.
Pioneer provides quality service for Kubota, Land Pride, and Nelson Equipment. Stop by and say hi at our Fresno or Reedley locations, and we'll get your equipment serviced right away.
This is a family-oriented business. It's been great working for Pioneer Equipment.
Visit pioneerequipmentca.com.
Record-breaking global superstar Shakira, live in Fresno. Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran World Tour, Valley Children's Stadium, August 7th. The phenomenal new album Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran is available everywhere. Get tickets now at Shakira.com.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out, because when you find the perfect home, you don't want to lose it to anybody else. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers and their agents greater confidence in you. We've already helped over 1 million clients just like you reach their home financing goals this year alone. So remember this, what can help you buy the home you really want? Rocket can. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET. That's rocketmortgage.com or call 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
From God YFL. Go check them out and check out what they're doing over the weekend at Bulldog Stadium. Just a few minutes left before we're done for the day. Good time to give you the schedule for the rest of the week and the weekend. Where are we at in the A's baseball schedule? What do we got? A's score. Anybody got an A score in front of them? I got 1-1. There we go. 1-1 going into the 8th inning right now. The A's. Soderstrom hit a home run, and then Riley Adams hit one right after. for Washington. If you want to listen to A's baseball tomorrow, guess what? Get the coffee brewing. 8:30 a.m. pregame with a 9:05 first pitch from Washington, D.C. A's and the Nationals going at it one more time tomorrow morning. Later in the afternoon over on 1430, Sportsline Bulldog Hour, Tony D from 2 to 3. We're going to have my show from Fashion Furniture from 3 to 6 p.m. And then Friday, we will have another edition of Sportsline Bulldog Hour, Tony D, 2 to 3. I'll go again from 3 to 6 p.m. We get those Nationals on 1430 with the Giants hosting them in San Francisco. 6:45 pregame, 7:15 first pitch, Giants and Nationals on Friday. On 790, the A's are going to be in Baltimore to take on the Orioles. So just a Beltway road trip for the A's as they go to D.C. to Baltimore. 3:30 pregame, 4:05 first pitch from Baltimore. Saturday, we will have the Central Valley Sports Report with Paul Metters. He is back. He is ready to roll. He is revved up and ready to go for his Central Valley Sports Report. Jorge, he is ready. We had him in last week. How ready do you think Paul Metters is for his show to get back and ready? I saw him tweet about it today. He's excited to go.
He's eager, man. He was talking about brand new intro, brand new stuff that he's already thinking about, and guests that he was trying to book. And man, he's gonna be ready. Yeah,
he's gonna be ready to roll. 10 a.m. to noon live at First String Sports. So that'll be from 10 to noon. Right after him, Giants baseball is going to be on as well. Giants and Nationals, 12:35 pregame with a 1:05 first pitch from San Francisco. A's and Orioles are going to be a 3:30, 4:05 first pitch over on 790. And then Sunday, some Giants, some A's, same time, except for the A's are going to be in the morning, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. pregame, 10:35 first pitch for A's and Orioles in Baltimore. We'll be back Monday with a full edition of our show as we take you to Giants and Padres from San Francisco. Do or die series for the Giants if they have any semblance of even remotely thinking about making the playoffs. It all starts there with that series against San Diego. Guys, we're at the end of our show here. We talked about a lot of different things going on. I had this thought before we came on air because we were talking about you brought up the argument of Shakira and Pitbull, who's on the same level. I had the argument that Shakira performed at the Super Bowl, Pitbull is not. And so I think that's just quite simply the benchmark I have.
Pitbull performed at the World Cup?
I don't have it at the same
with Shakira.
With I have an American-centered view on my viewpoint of the world.
Okay. All right.
Super Bowl is the biggest event in the world. I will take no answers. I will take no guff from that. World Cup is not as big as the Super Bowl.
Bigger than the World Cup.
It doesn't matter. It's all here. The Super Bowl? Yeah?
The American mind cannot comprehend the World Cup.
The international mind can't comprehend the Super Bowl.
You know what? Both are true.
It's just equally are the same. So, and then I got distracted in talking about this with Tim Veer. I'm recalling a NBA promo for the NBA playoffs involving the song Timber with is it Kesha?
Yeah.
Kesha and Pitbull. And
One of the best, in my opinion, in terms of intros for NBA playoffs. I think it's a lot of simple stuff now. And that was kind of an iconic one. Maybe not necessarily for the song itself, but the package.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm seeing the athletes throw you back. I got Joakim Noah of the Bulls in this thing. I got Roy Hibbert.
Pacers
Roy Hibbert because it was Heat Pacers. That was the big time draw. As far as the Eastern Conference playoffs were. How about Joe Johnson of the Brooklyn Nets representing in this thing? Joe Johnson.
Now, is this post Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett trade to the Nets? Or
I believe
pre?
so. This is pre. Yeah. Maybe Chris Paul's with the Clippers. I'm looking at Chris Paul. What else do we got?
What a time.
KD, OKC, LeBron with the Heat. Steph Curry's in this. Blake Griffin's in this with the Clippers.
This is my throwback.
John Wall.
I just want y'all to know.
A little John Wall action. This is good. Paul George, what's up? There he is. I was waiting for Paul George. Dwayne Wade, Joakim Noah, and Roy Hibbert's got to be the most interesting. That's got to be the most outlandish one to me. Anyways, I am out of time to talk about this anymore. we have reached the end of our show. Guys, great job. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock.
Get your business noticed and stand out from the crowd by visiting